with our part 2 for our evening. For our delve into the Curse of Strahd. We've made friends. Of course, there's 2 parties, or there's there one party? I'm really not sure. But anyway,
there's one party.
There's only Zool. Make sure and go, everybody. Now's a great time to go hit your Facebooks, hit your Twitches, share with all your friends, like the Facebook page, go, follow the Twitch and tell all your friends, rehost the Twitch channel if you have a Twitch channel, and all that other jazz. Get it done. Let's see if we can't get some interaction in this next half. Will, if you would close the little handouts, I was just kind of sending a couple over.
Oh, and quite a few.
Yep. For later, we will begin our journey to Krezk. Now, just for shits and giggles, why don't we go ahead and talk about our travel order? Because that will be somewhat importante. Or it may be somewhat importante. I mean, we never really know. And did you validate that your import came in correctly, sir?
Yes, it looks like it's got some of the missing data there, so we're good.
Good.
I don't know about mine.
Yeah, you might have to go and actually adjust. I noticed I had to do that for some of the stuff, like adjust my hit dice and saving throws and whatnot. But outside of that, it looks pretty good.
Okay, so walking order.
Mm-hmm.
Nyla will be in the front. Ready.
I'll walk with the elf.
Gonna hit on you.
I imagine Bruin's bringing up the rear.
Huh.
But I'm pumped.
In the rear with the gear.
Dwarfy got back.
Jazad would be in the middle somewhere.
Okay. All right, so as you're traveling, let's go to that wonderful table that we all know and love. You know what time it
Random
is.
encounter table.
Who?
D12 plus D8.
Yeah. Who wants to? Looks like
I
Will's
got
gonna roll it. All right.
Random encounter, turn. Tell us the monster that we shall spurn.
15.
Oh, jeez, that's actually pretty good.
Okay, let me make sure to go find the right appendix here. Nope.
Should write that
Yeah,
one
make
down.
sure it's not. Make sure it's not Gildan's appendix.
It might be.
Turns out Shepherd's spleen.
Where are you? All right, I'll just do it this way because it's easier for me to find. I should write down where that is. Do that.
Or just make a carbon copy and put it up next to your monitor.
I know, right?
So this are seemingly similar quest to rid this land of Strahd. What is our approach in these towns that we go to?
Ideally, find some information that we can use to get an advantage.
So just do we brashly request all that oppose Strahd reveal themselves?
No, I wouldn't suggest that. There's still several factions that are loyal to him, and you don't want to get on their bad side as soon as you walk into town.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep with the role play.
But usually, usually if you make yourself useful in a couple of small tasks, then word gets around and one of them asks for your help and they'll let you know, oh, we're definitely working against Strahd. But they kind of do it in this weird, ambiguous questioning sort of way.
All these people hate Strahd, and yet he still lives.
Yes. And they're scared to even talk about going against him. Because they don't know who they can trust.
Seems easier just to cut off his head.
There's
Okay.
also something else we found out.
As you guys are approaching the bridge
We
that
found it.
goes over the river here, you
Go ahead,
notice
Micah.
that there's a person seems to be there seems to be a rope attached to the railing, and it is taut. You can't quite see it to the other side of the bridge yet. Keep going.
Like it's off the railing going down?
Mm-hmm.
Lucian will run over to it.
You get on the bridge and look down, and there is a decaying. Looks like it's not that old. It actually looks like probably in the last day or so, corpse. A
Obviously dead.
Barovian female swinging from the rope.
This is not the first one of these we've seen either.
He will cut the rope with a hand axe.
The corpse falls into the river and starts floating away. Sure to poison somebody's water supply, so nice job.
A waste of a perfectly good corpse. They should have seen the sun before they last left the mortal, or last left their mortal coil.
Lucian
Yeah.
looks up. The sun is already up. They've seen the sun.
Yes, but who knows when they passed away? They should be returned to gaze upon its glorious rays one last time.
You know Lucian's tendencies. Act quicker next time.
We should have at least given it a proper prayer send off. There it goes, though.
You can still do it.
It's bobbing.
Oh.
Nyla whispers a prayer, but it bobs away, so there's not a lot of point.
No horn involved. Good.
Many of fine warriors have seen a burial, let's see. And I don't think this one was a warrior.
Who was it?
Some maiden.
She'll be back.
Huh.
Okay.
They all come back.
You continue walking, and Will, give me another roll. Now roll a d6. Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
DM says you're gonna die. Roll a d6.
D6. Thank you for that.
4 demigorgons.
And now, my favorite
Thanks,
thing.
Jameson.
The random encounter battle map. Let's make sure and get all of our tokens corrected there. As I go.
Roll for initiative.
Hey, look, I'm alive. Hey guys, blah.
Splat.
Hey, thanks, Jameson. Wish there were more people too.
Yeah, for sure.
One
Yeah.
day.
So Jameson, thanks for watching. Definitely jump in here, heckle our characters. They love it when you do that. I love it when you do that.
Yeah, if you're not doing it, we're going to do it ourselves.
It's too much fun not to.
Oh, for 12? God, you're brave.
Yeah.
That's
I can't
insane.
imagine.
That's craziness.
6 is big, 7 is pushing it. 12?
12 is ridiculous.
What weapons do you have in your hand to control the masses?
Or
A
just
whip and a
ether.
lash.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Cat nine tails.
He actually just has a cat in the box, and when they start having their attention diverted, he just pulls the cat out, and they all go ooh, and he puts the cat back up.
They start showing kitty
And here-
videos.
And here I thought you were going to say he's going to throw the cat at them.
Oh, his personality is what does it.
You really that big? They are.
What's that big?
Nothing.
Says the DM on a random encounter roll. Great.
I can't seem to add my name to the to my character.
You click on
What
the
is-
little. Don't look at that.
Okay. I don't see it.
You click the little gear icon on your character. So if you click your character, a little gear icon will come out, and one of the options will be to show name to party.
I'm not seeing that. I clicked on the gear icon. I added the name, but I don't see anything that says show name to
Oh,
party.
it's on right here.
Gilden Lowell
Yeah,
dead.
Looking at your stream at the time. Can you do it again?
Oh, okay. So you just click on the icon for that. Your name down here will be in this cog.
Yeah, I did that, and it's not doing it.
Let's see. Which character? Where?
Yeah,
This one?
I may have to give you control.
This one.
Yeah, that's
Or-
the one I'm trying to add a
This
name
is
to.
Lucy.
I have
Oh yeah. So Lucy and save changes.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's the
that's
other
what I
thing.
did. It
I had
didn't do
to.
anything.
Yeah.
Does it, hold on.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
didn't enable it. Okay. Do you have it too? Yeah, you do. Oh,
Damn it. I gotta figure out how to save the light settings on tokens at some point, because that's gonna drive me nuts. Okay. Show nameplate. There you go. Save changes. All right, cool. Drazid, is that your name?
Yeah.
Drazad.
Zod.
It should. I think I just gave you some more options there, but okay. Is that what you got? Do we have all the tokens, and you guys want to put yourselves in whatever your relative marching order is?
I see 5 people. I'm missing me.
Who is Berserker?
That is the last NPC
Oh,
that we fought in the
never
forest,
mind.
going back to Valakai.
He is no one. I was like, who is Berserker? That's Berserker. So do we have everybody?
No,
He
Who's
likes
missing?
making fuck.
you need
We have Nyla. We have Zudin.
Guard. Kazard.
I'm glad Ken got that.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
He was quoting Silent Bob.
Hmm. Hate to say I wouldn't have got it.
What's the movie? Clerks.
Yeah.
Quoting Clerks.
Hey, we got me.
Is everybody here?
Yes. Now we just need a name on the one token.
I'm gonna go by Arcvane.
That's fine. You should be able to
Since
change it now.
The other name is similar.
Okay, so put yourselves in order. Let's give a little.
Let's see. Who's bringing up the rear? Nyla was up front.
Typical kind of like travel where, let's just say, This is the diameter of the road here, and on the outsides of the road are heavy brush, that kind of thing.
Now, are we going south or north?
You're going south.
Oh, okay. Who was up front with Nyla? Was that
Lucian.
Was it?
I was up. I was up with Nyla.
Okay. Oh, I'm worried about Corona. I gotcha.
Nice.
What?
Actually, I'm not. I'm immune to disease, so.
Me too. But
Right.
it's a virus, not a disease.
Stop moving for just a second. Ah, dang it. Alright, let's see if I got everybody there.
What is tomorrow's workout, and how much am I gonna hate myself?
A lot. Who's that? Why don't I have a freaking name on you? It's annoying.
There's names on everyone as far as I can see.
Pax's corpse is still haunting us.
Okay, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and everybody make a perception check. Because you guys know how I like perception checks. I mean,
Yep.
everybody's favorite. I know they're my favorite.
Oops. I rolled a natural 1 on the first one. It wouldn't have mattered what the second roll was. Normal rolling.
Why are y'all doing this?
Yeah, I rolled a
Because
natural
we were
one.
told to roll. We were told to roll a perception check.
Everybody make a perception check.
Like at some point, I'm gonna need you to re-import my character. It just didn't import half my skills.
Okay.
I'll just play it from the D&D Beyond though.
That's fine.
Hey Ryan, what's that drink?
Oh, it's just a seltzer water with Mio.
What? You're not drinking? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did it yesterday and I wasn't planning on it, so I'm on cooldown for today.
I think that was your excuse last time.
Was it that I drank the night before?
Yep.
It's a valid excuse every time. Something
wait.
about Tuesdays, man. It's the Tuesdays that get you.
So where are we at? You guys, I've only seen, so we've had 2 natural ones in the perception.
Yep. We're too busy talking about booze.
Has everybody rolled perception, or am I missing some people?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got all.
The highest one seems to be, what, a 7? No, Zudin got an 11.
Nyla got a 13.
I got 19.
Okay, 19 is the highest. Okay, so you'll catch it. Everybody roll. Anybody want to guess?
Initiative?
Initiative.
That's
Death
right.
saves.
Yeah, everybody roll death save. Just get it out of the way right now.
Oh, we didn't see it. Initiative. Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Too bad this is going to be our best rolls for the fight.
Yeah.
Did a 9.
Or this character has better luck than the rest of them.
Oh, tempting fate this early, are we?
Not intentionally.
Okay. What you see before you, in just a moment, is that big, big, big wolves. Like, really big. Make sure your initiative goes in your character slot, please. Oh, come on. Give me just a second. This thing's being annoying. Yeah, I have initiatives in for everybody. Looks good. Sorting. Okay, so what you guys hear is our and then trump bursting out of thickets are very, very, very large wolves. They're very big.
They're very big.
Yeah. Trump. And Lucian, your turn.
So there's 4 of them.
2 in front, 2 in the back so far. Thank you, Will. Perfectly timed.
Lucian's going to come up to the one in front of him, draw his sword and shield, and attack.
Attack away.
Nice.
22 hit,
Yep.
8 damage.
Which one, the left one or the right one?
This one right here.
Okay. And how much damage did you say? 8?
8.
As your
slashes.
weapon breaks down into its flesh, and yep, it starts to bleed a little. Okay.
But a scratch.
Is that all you do?
And he takes a second attack.
Okay.
Level 5.
All you multi-attacking
Level
little
5 fighters,
bastards.
yep. We just
Extra
got it.
attack! Extra attack!
That is a miss. Are you done?
I am done.
All right. The big one from behind comes tromping up, and who's back there? Is that Drazid?
That is
Yep.
Drazid.
As the big wolf reaches out and attempts to take a bite out of your flesh. Fleshy flesh. Survey says... Oh, it's a crit, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom.
Dang.
Ouch.
You need to make a DC 13 saving throw, and that is a total of, let's see, 17 damage.
Which
So-
really isn't that bad.
So someone attacked me within 5
wait.
feet, and it
Is that
wasn't
correct?
me. So I get a sentinel attack on the dire
Hold on. Hold on just a second, damn it. Can you hover over that
Okay.
again? What did it say? Because it should be 12 plus... It should be 12 plus 3. Would be...
Well, why would it be 12?
Because it's...
2d6 plus 3.
Oh, there we go.
It's not
Yeah,
max
okay.
damage.
Yeah,
no,
it looked like it rolled
it's
it
fine.
right. It's
Yeah, it's
9
right.
plus
Yeah.
8,
Yeah, it's good.
so
Okay.
17.
And you made your save. All right, cool. Go ahead and roll. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, Bruin's calling a sentinel attack on the one that just hit. There's
Oh,
a
man.
16 hit.
Yep.
Can you imagine if crits got max damage
Dude,
instead of
it'd be
just
nice.
doubling?
Yeah.
That's my plan in my campaign.
Is it? Oh, I'm excited.
Oh, wait, there's a 2 in there, so I get to re-roll that one.
So instead of
Even
doubling
on
your roll,
Sentinel?
you basically roll once and then you add max.
Yep. So that's 1 additional. So that's 9 points of damage to the dire
Got
wolf
it.
that just swung.
Doesn't look happy with you.
But just wait till it's my turn.
It's done. Archiven. You're up.
Okay. Let's see. $10, $15, $25.
Okay.
Attack this one.
Okay.
Alright, it's a D20 plus 6. Warhammer Strike.
Okay. Well, let's get some battle music going on here.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
Jeez.
You, what is your weapon again?
It's a Warhammer.
Warhammer, huh? You bring that thing down and it glistens off the non-existent sun just for a moment. And,
Shing!
and it finds its mark.
So 1d8, 1 plus 1d8 plus 3. 9 damage. Second attack. I have that, don't I? Extra attack. Yeah. Hitting. This is odd, guys. It's definitely not a. I'm gonna expend a smite.
Do they have to be aligned for smite, or does it matter?
See.
I don't think it matters. I think it does more damage
If you're a fiend.
if you're a fiend, but it still does bonus damage regardless.
Yeah, you just add the radiant damage to the weapon damage.
Okay, so use searing. Let's see. Oh, it's just divine smite.
Dun 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 dun.
Their save. You can, when you hit with a melee weapon attack and expend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first. Alright, so just 2d8 extra. Okay. And spell slot, go away. So, adding 2d8 to that.
You're you guys still questioning on whether or not he should be in your party? Just wondering. All right, as your warhammer glistens and then back on its upswing, you mutter something under your breath, and or you can do it however you would do it to call out, and give me strength. And on the upswing, you knock its teeth out, and they kind of come flying at you with a mighty blow. Blood is flowing from it heavily in the mouth and jaw, and it looks pissed off.
So that would have been 7 bludgeoning and 8 radiant.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Next up is going to be Zuden. Assuming you're done.
I am done.
Okay. Zuden.
Alright, Zuden casts Spiritual Weapon for a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Please drop an icon for that weapon.
Sure. Disregard that. I don't know what happened.
Like a
The
fireball.
really amazing hammer summoning.
Don't know what that was. Move along. Move along.
Actually, I'll add something to the end of that turn. Because
Too late.
apparently
I'll do my roll.
I can. I'm going to spend another spell slot to do Searing Smite, and it's just prepared.
Okay.
The Warhammer blazes on fire. Nice roll, Ken.
Did you get your blade?
I see it. Okay. My roll was a 23 to hit.
That's a hit. To which one? With what?
I'm about to put it next to it.
He's moving. Yeah. Spiritual weapon goes over there and stabs that one.
For how much?
8 points of damage.
Okay. It also doesn't look happy with you. As the spiritual weapon cuts into its flesh. What else you got?
And then I'll hit it by hammer.
Dun.
Okay. 24 to hit.
Well, you guys don't have any problems with the dice tonight.
Telling you. Feels good.
And another 8 damage. Same one.
Yeah, they are looking bloody.
It's like you have a toggle switch, Micah. Let him roll good.
Are you done?
Yes, I am done.
All right, this dire wolf down here is going to say, Archivin, you big jerkhead, allow me to eat your face.
But he's going to do it in a British accent.
Pardon me, I'd like to eat a piece of your spleen. Survey says, does a 15 hit?
No.
He is a missing fool. Bruin.
All right. I'm swinging on the direwolf to the upright. Great sword.
Jeebus,
Critical
holy
hit.
crap. Where did this come
Huzzah.
from? Wow. Guys,
Damn.
it's everywhere tonight. Incredible.
Oh, there's a 1 in there. We'll get to re-roll that one. That's 6 instead of a 1.
21 total.
So yeah, that's 21 damage to the upright one. And then extra attack. I swing at him again if he's still... Oh, he's dead.
He is no more. This rolling is unbelievable. Where is my Butterfinger crew?
They
Hey,
died.
don't jinx us.
Then Bruin's
You get
got
that
a...
every once in a while, right?
Just you guys wait. I haven't made an attack roll yet.
Some
Bruin
unbelievable.
takes a 5-foot step closer to the other direwolf.
Okay.
Does extra attack to swing at that one.
It doesn't have to be on the same target.
No.
No.
Okay. That's a hit.
Good roll.
Yeah, Jameson, they are having, like, this is the best rolling I've ever seen them do, ever. And I've been playing with some of these guys for a long time. It is unbelievable.
This is just a dream. We're gonna
Yeah,
wake up and
It's not
On our
real.
last
And I'm also going to do menacing attack.
oh,
We only roll
I get-
as well on a random encounter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So using a superiority die, adding a D8. Is it D8 plus 1? Nope, just D8. So adding a D8 damage to that
All right.
for a whopping 2.
Wow, hell, that wasn't half the die value at least. Incredible.
Yep. So that's 14 damage to the upper left
Yep.
dire wolf.
He
And
looks
it has to
hurt
make a
and
DC
mad.
14 save. Has to make a DC 14 wisdom save. Or
Okay.
it's scared of me and has to run away.
Does it say how far?
When you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die, add the total damage to your roll. On failure, it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So it is of the frightened status.
I believe frightened means they run their max distance away from the target.
It is not frightened of you.
It is not menaced at all. Oh well.
No need to look that up.
All right.
One of these days it's going to work and it's going to be awesome.
Nyla.
Okay, so Nyla's gonna walk down here.
When was the last time you talked to your ancestors, Nyla? Bet you can't do it. Bet you can't do it.
I miss them. I
Bet you
miss
can't
them.
do it. Which one are you hitting?
This one. Wait. There we go.
Okay.
So swinging that sweet greatsword.
Sweet, sweet greatsword that you never talk to anymore and they despise. Why don't you call your mother?
Deception shoddy here, bro.
Why does you need to call your mother? She's worried about
Good
you.
roll.
That's a hit, and that's damage.
I'm going to now use extra attack to attack again
Oh.
because
Level
I can.
5.
Level 5.
Yeah, you do need to do that. Sorry.
It's a beautiful day.
And let's just go ahead as your great sword cleaves through, and all that remains of the creature's head as it was trying to bite onto Archivon is it's hanging by the flesh as you've damn near cleaved its head from its body. And it falls to the ground in a lump. Are you done, Nyla?
Can I use the rest of my action to move right here?
You can.
I will do that.
All right.
And now I'm done.
The dire wolf up there by Bruin says, "Bruin, you look tasty."
Bring it.
That's a crit.
Ooh, man, you're critting too. That's your second one.
DC 13 save there, buddy. Strength.
Okay, let's see.
Again.
And 11 damage.
That was...
That's pretty low rolls for
Yeah, it is. It's really low.
really low rolls.
So that's a strength save?
Yep. You're
That's
good.
yeah, 22.
Drazid.
And then 11 damage.
Yep.
Alright.
Drazid, you're up. What's it gonna be, Drazid? What are we gonna do? Drazid, Ryan.
What's a death domain
Imagine.
cleric do?
Yeah, what does a death domain cleric do now?
I forgot that was me. So
Welcome
I
to your new
just-
character.
Wow.
Welcome to your
All
new
right.
character. We'd like to welcome you to
Drazad's
tonight's
going
game.
to move.
Drazad, I'll get it right.
Is going to move to melee range of this other wolf and cast. Where'd it go? Vampiric Touch,
Okay.
which is just a melee attack spell.
All
If I
right.
can get the thing loaded.
Come on, watchers. We're doubling that count. Go share with all your friends. Tell them to join the party. Make sure, and you guys need to be messaging and tweeting and twitching or whatever you call it. Like, get on board. Become part of the action. Talk and yell at our characters. Tell them good job or they're stupid. Hex them. They're rolling way too well right now.
That's a
a hit.
17 hit.
Yes.
That's like our lowest roll so far.
Yep, that's a hit.
So that does
16 is.
3d6. If I can spell it right. It takes 11 points of necrotic damage, and I heal half of that.
As you touch it, its fur begins to gray out and fall off of it. Its flesh boils under your fingers, and it begins to slough off from where you touched it.
Alright, that is gonna do it.
That one that you just touched says, "I don't like you very much, Dresden." and decides to bite you.
I like that. Just come up with a different name every time.
I'll figure it out eventually. So the 14 hit you.
It does not.
It swung at him. I sentinel attack.
Go for it.
Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay.
You tried.
Both of you can take attacks of opportunity, however. Is it an action to do disengage?
It is an action.
It's an action to do disengage.
So both of you can take attacks of opportunity.
I actually just did my reaction on the sentinel thing, so I don't.
Yeah, I get one, and I'm a war cleric or whatever it's called, so I get to cast a spell instead of a melee attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
Oh, well that.
Speak your mind.
It's a
Will.
reaction. Yeah, am I doing something wrong?
No. I was thinking of how would it would affect it if it does work. It just slows down its movement by 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
But for a dire wolf, that's like 55 now.
Just doing damage. It's not really for the. Does a 21 hit?
Yes. You just want to say that because it sounds good, right? Does a 21 hit? Oh my god!
16 necrotic damage.
Jesus,
Awesome.
Jesus.
Nice.
He shoved a chilly hand in his bung hole.
As you reached out, you actually passed through the flesh that you touched last time, touched it in its heart, said the spells, and froze its heart to death. And it falls, your hand slipping out of its chest. And when things are really cold and they kind of do this, they have the little the evaporation coming from, it's coming from the hole that you just made in it. Impressive.
Hardcore shit.
And then let's see. Hold on, let me check something. Okay, then this one will attempt to eat Lucian. Yeah, Lucian. Yeah, that's a hit. Lucian, take 7 points of damage. Make a DC 13 strength check, please.
As a reaction, I'm going to use Sentinel to attack it.
And as a reaction, I'm going to impose disadvantage on it.
How do you manage what?
I have my level 4 thing. Where is it?
Lucian made a save.
It missed. So it missed. So it doesn't matter.
Okay. The fighting style is protection. When wielding a shield, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Wow. That's
Oh, wow.
messed up.
That's awesome.
So not only did it miss, but it seemed to have tripped over itself when it did that.
And then I'm gonna stab it.
I bash it with the shield in his head as she comes around with a haymaker.
I think we found a decent team comp now, and we're rolling awesome.
It's just unbelievable.
That tends to help. Like if we roll like this the rest of the game, we won't have really much to worry about.
This is my Sentinel attack.
Holy shit!
Behold it.
It's not happy with you.
One encounter. We're only doing good on one encounter.
Yeah, let's not like go say we're ready to go kill Strahd right now. Is that what you're
Exactly.
trying to remind everybody?
No, that's not it. It's just like
Yay,
We're lucky, not stupid.
Yeah, okay, all right. Is that it? Everybody done?
this is what it feels like to have good luck.
Lucian, you're up.
What's that?
It's what you are seeing. Jeez.
Is that what this is?
Sorry, let me look that up. Term's unfamiliar to me.
What do you do, Lucian? That's a hit.
It's fine.
Still moving.
9 damage.
What else are you doing?
You're talking, but we can't hear you, man.
Can't hear me? Oh, we can't hear Will. Yeah, I can't hear Will.
Jason.
There we go. Oh, Lucian. Lucian, you're muted, Lucian.
So I did 2 attacks. So 17 and 20 hit.
Yes, they do.
So
15 damage.
So 15 damage.
All right. He is not happy. What kind of attacks were you doing?
Long
Just long
sword.
swords.
Small
All
long
right,
sword.
cool. You smack the long sword into it, stabbing it once, and then twisting the blade and pulling it out twice, and it arterial blood gushes from the wound that you have caused it. This one is no more. Archivin.
All right. I still got that spell that I cast. Let's go ahead and attack it. All right, guys. You ready for bad luck to finally happen?
No.
Not really, but
No.
if it's gonna
One.
happen,
Combat all the way through.
there it is.
Goodness.
Second attack.
How'd
Wait.
you call that one?
Was that a to hit? Hold on. Was the first one to hit?
No, that was to hit.
And then the second one hit a critical.
So
Yeah.
1 and 20.
Perfect.
So it's like you just attack. It's just like
I faked him out, just like.
the ancestors giveth and they taketh away.
Okay. Because it was a 1 and a 1 and a 20, it offsets.
What do you mean?
Because normally on a botch, I do something bad
whatever
on a
you want.
botch. That, like, I had that dire wolf trip and fall on himself.
All right, so you mean negate the critical?
Just negate the critical and just do damage. If that's a fair assessment, instead of like drop your weapon and totally screw you. Since you rolled a 20.
That was let's see, Searing Smite.
He swung, he spun around, and he hit it again.
Yeah, it was really strange.
1d8 plus 1d6 plus 3. I was hoping that was going to be 2d8, 2d6, but it's okay.
That's his balance, so he swung out his sword, and it just happened to hit it.
So 5 bludgeoning, 2 fire damage, and it needs to make a con save
No, you
of
don't.
13.
No, it really
Okay.
doesn't.
So it remains on fire and burns away.
As the battle draws to a conclusion, as the wolves lie dead at the party's feet.
They were in dire straits.
Go ahead, get it out of your system. Go on, everybody.
He was the Sultan of Swing.
We really threw him for a lupus.
I dare
we
say
know
that
which
was a
one.
good battle.
Oh my gosh. Anybody else? Go ahead. Anybody? Anyone? All right. Wow. All right. Well, that was some good rolling. Hopefully everybody's in good spirits after that one. That you have no more dire straits in front of you. No? All right. Well, I tried.
So now Wolfen stands.
All right. So we find ourselves back on the road to Barovia. Or on Barovia. Headed towards
Yes.
the town of
but
Kresic.
time.
Yeah, we
Yes,
caught-
the buns are normal.
As you guys, hey you guys, as you guys are walking, you're kind of continuing to move forward, but it's really strange because the closer that you're getting here, it becomes more and more obvious that that wall of fog you can start to see off to the west side of where this town is. It's not that far, and it's obvious that and I think I may have given you a handout with Kresic. You can pull it up if you want, or at least look and see if I did.
And I just Figure out where it is.
Fair hand on Spencer.
Do.
Oh, Craig, Strahd.
It will be chapter.
Krez.
It's chapter 8.
I got it.
There we go. All right.
I got it.
Yep, Krizik.
So this is Kresic. You're actually coming up on. You might Google the gatehouse, Kresic Gatehouse. That might actually pull up a cooler picture. Will, if you
Okay.
want. So you're coming up on Kresic. Like I said, off to the west side. So if you see where S1 is there, if you were to go west, you see that the whole borders here are kind of foggy. And that's actually intentional because the fog seems to almost envelop Kresic. It's right on the edge, so to speak. So it's right there.
Seeing a better picture.
Looks like the gatehouse is Area 52 on the handout. I know it says S2, but I saw 52
No, I
at first.
get it.
Now, this looks like it's on the cliff, but
That's all right.
oh, maybe I'm spelling Krizik wrong. Let's see.
Krisk, maybe?
This is all I got so far. It's a
Krisk.
giant picture.
Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. Not too bad. The walls are actually fairly formidable, so...
Oh, so that mountain is actually pretty high.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so... The road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot-high wall, a stoned reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of a snow-covered pines and a thin white wisp of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from the stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you've grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey.
Are you all ready to work your legs?
I've been looking for a mountain for a while.
Nothing.
Ruin that fog is not in your mind. It's actually there.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Call me a little bit homesick, but I always find myself at home in a mountain. Preferably in the mountain, not on the mountain, but
Oh, of course.
details.
And great carved halls and
Huzzah!
torch lit.
So far, this is the best community I've seen. Compared to these other villages.
At least the best fortified.
Did you say horrified?
Said that.
Believe it.
Oh, shit. I'm not ready. Is this it? That's it. It's the wrong one, but it's it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Believe
Just
it.
a second we saw.
So up the mountain we go.
Well,
March,
you
march,
gotta
march,
go
march,
through.
march.
You gotta go through the town to get to the mountain.
Oh,
Well, we have to actually go up the mountain a little bit, do the gate, and then to the town, to the
Correct.
mountain.
To get up the mountain. Correct.
so to the town then.
I
Well,
thought we were
you
just go to
should
the town.
see
We
him.
go to the mountain.
Apparently, the town is right below the abbey, which is on the mountain.
Oh.
Town, according to this map, is 300 feet up. So we're actually kind of going up a hill to the town itself.
I got this.
700 feet up, so it's above the town. I was going to pick a military fortification.
So you should be able to actually look at the map now. Scroll down. There you go.
All right.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me see if I can do a little help here. I do. Okay.
We're going to the left or to the right?
Well, it's right would be the fork that it talked about. So y'all came
Unlike
from...
the other towns, this was actually individual characters. That's kind of funny.
Well, I found a way to do it so that it's scaled for the map. So that way you guys can actually move where the hell you want. If that makes sense. So notice that your tokens are not as big as they normally are. I'm just trying to show where you guys came from.
Where did my character go?
Bottom right.
I was just moving him so that I could reveal the map.
Oh.
Of course, he got really big for some reason.
Shouldn't matter.
Well, he is pretty tall.
Okay,
When I cast
so you guys are going towards the gatehouse?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right. The air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. Two square towers with peak roofs flank a stone archway, in which sit a pair of 12-foot-tall, iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is the name Kresic. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 foot high. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They watch you nervously. Who goes there?
Hey, it's a party of adventurers.
Yes, Jameson,
Looking
this
for
is the
food.
updated dynamic lighting. It is awesome, by the way, in comparison to the old version. Wait here. You see one of them kind of disappear from behind the deal.
Where's my token?
A couple minutes pass and you don't hear anything. What's your character name? Your token might not be on here.
Arcvane.
Oh, you're down south. Do you not see yourself?
Not yet.
How about when I do this?
No, I don't.
Hold on. How about now?
Just for... Okay, that's it. Meow.
Okay. I gotta figure out how to save these token settings so that when you drag it on, it's the same. I'll have to check that out later. All right. So a couple minutes pass, nothing happens. What do you guys do?
Well, it's only been a couple minutes. Wait longer.
Okay. 5 minutes pass.
Bruin will take a moment to admire the stonework.
It's very well done. Very old, but it looks like it's just about as sturdy as it was the day that it was created or built.
Do any of us know anything about this town?
It has the winery.
Hey, that's good in my book.
Yeah, but that doesn't really help
Does
us.
this architecture look racial in any way? As in, is it like human architecture?
It appears humanoid, human in nature.
Humanoid. Yeah, all the races.
You know those good rolls you were getting, Will? Wah, wah, wah. Disadvantage all night long.
Oh
Just
no.
kidding.
It doesn't matter if you roll good.
About 10 minutes
This
pass.
is some fine stonework.
And then
I
from
believe.
up on the side wall and between, that little parapet between the towers, out steps a gentleman. If you want to pull up the other handout that I had for you, which was the Burgomaster Dmitry Kresokov handout.
It's not this guy.
No, it's not that guy. But you can Google this name when you see it, because there's probably better pictures out there.
Yeah,
Is it
Baron
Dmitri what?
Kreskov.
Baron,
Not Dmitry.
you're looking for
Skov.
the Burgomaster Dmitry Kreskov.
Yes, Baron Kreskov.
Baron
Baron
right there.
Kreskova.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, let's see.
So, about that point, you see this gentleman dressed that way, his big long sword kind of at his hand, a finely dressed gentleman, obviously a noble of some point. He goes, "Good day, travelers. What is it that you wish?"
All we wish is for a place to sleep and for food that we will gladly pay for.
"I'm afraid we have no need of coin. This city is self-sufficient. We do not welcome visitors here."
No visitors. Not even visitors that are willing to work for you, possibly do dangerous things so that your people don't have to.
Well, there's something you could do. Our town depends on its wine delivery, and we have not had it in some time. If you bring us a wagon of wine from the Wizard's Winery, you can come in.
Where is this Wizard's Winery?
Oh, we've been there before. We actually had one that just had a delivery to Valakai.
About that
I'm
time,
sure they would.
All right,
About that
wagon
time.
pulls up behind us.
a wagon pulls up behind you. Ha! And it's your friends, the two brothers, as you recall them, pulling the cart of wine, and they go, "Friends! Good to see you again. Well, what happened?
Good to see you. Bruin
What
walks
happened?
up to one of them, gives him a great big hug.
What happened to some of your compatriots? There's only 3 of you that we remember."
Oh, they met a very untimely demise at...
Oh, this is unfortunate.
Yes, it is.
Come, Baron. Please, open your doors to these men. They saved our winery. Without them, this wine would not be here. We come with your shipment. The Baron seems to he lightens his mood a little bit, and he open the gates. And with that, the gates make these big heaving sounds as if there's quite a bit of activity from behind there trying to lift this big something that's barring the gate. And these big iron doors slowly begin to pull open wide enough for the wagon and you and gentlemen to pass.
All right, let's go, gentlemen and lady.
And he goes, and as you guys are walking in, Dmitri, flanked by 2 guards, kind of walks over to you and goes, "My name is Burgomaster Dmitry Kreskov. I am the Burgomaster here. What is your business? What is it that you wish in Kresik?" You can go in now at this point if you'd like.
Yeah, definitely walking in the door. We seek food and a place to sleep and possibly work.
I seek any leads on the Sunblade you might know of. We must restore the sun to this land.
I see. There's no sun left in this land. There's no hope left in this land.
The sun always brings hope. You just need to know where to look for it.
What would give you hope in this land?
Sun.
No. Draza, nice.
Burgermeister.
I think I see sun over there, Draza. Go investigate.
Nothing. There's nothing left.
Cool. There's no sun.
This is just the bastion. This is the bastion of last hope. This is all we have. This is all there is. Now, if you wish to stay in town, indeed, you can help chop some wood, gather fruit and vegetables from the gardens, so that we might eat this evening. And then, in exchange, you can stay at my house.
Gladly.
Tell me, Burgermeister,
Sounds
who of
like
your
a day's work.
town is the most ambitious?
What do you mean by this?
Who of your town is the most unhappy with the situation of this land and might be willing to do something about it?
What is it that you're seeking? Speak plainly.
No
Say
friends of Strahd, just to find allies.
To what end? There's no fighters here. We're not warriors. We're but a handful of guards, simply wishing to survive. No one here leaves these walls.
So
It is what protects us.
Action.
What?
we're not looking for men. We're looking for informants, supporters.
You should.
We would also accept anyone who is well learned about the history of this land or its current state,
You should.
or any sort of magical knowledge.
Or its artifacts.
You see him actually really not. He does not seem to want to be engaging in this particular style of conversation. I'm actually looking for his token, but all of you guys gathered up on top of him, I think.
Mhm.
But anyway, he doesn't seem to be responding very well to this kind of questioning. You see him; he looks more and more nervous the more you continue to speak about it. Like, you know how you don't say that name? You know,
Voldemort.
Yeah, don't say Voldemort. And here you guys have come in and you're proving to be nasty little adventurers who just want to cause trouble for everybody. And so he's like, it is wise not to speak of such things. He has ears everywhere. We survive by not drawing his attention. We would ask you to be respectful and do the same.
So Bruin heads over to the wood chopping station and gets to work.
Okay.
Now, I would like to say apologies. We did not mean to make you uncomfortable.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, you do notice that there's trees kind of growing up all around this area. And it's like they cut and maintain all their own stuff, mainly from the standpoint of that they're wanting to be as self-sufficient as possible. The mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between strands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest. The northeast gray cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up the abbey is easy to see from this vantage. You see people, common folks, out working the different vegetable gardens and things of that nature. Nothing really crazy. The cottages themselves are all single story. They look like all like wooden pine buildings, like log cabins almost. Nothing crazy. And you see a smattering of, like, outside the homes, you see pens for pigs and chickens and things like that. But you don't see them outside. It seems like it's way too cold, so as you're like walking by the house, you can tell the pens are actually inside the homes.
What are these S3 tokens?
Nothing that you need to worry about.
Alright.
Here, I'll just make that easy for you. There you go.
Burgermeister Kreskov.
Yes.
My skill set are attuned to blacksmithing and metalworking. If you need anything repaired, I can definitely help you.
Yes, please. We have wagon wheels that need repairs, The Smith area is actually right outside my home, which is just near here to the gate. Archiven is rudely standing on top of it.
Mhm.
And this is where you may stay this evening if you wish, for helping us. The wagon pulls up to where the burgomaster's house is and starts unloading the wine into his house. Notice the houses here are really small, about 200 square foot. What?
You know who wants the wine first, right?
No, I'm sure. So residents mill about. They kind of give you a little bit of the evil eye as you walk around, but feel free to explore the city. What do you do? Who's working? Who's not working?
That at least gets to work pounding metal because
Sure, you're able
mind
to.
off of all the crap.
Yeah, you're able to build simple, do simple building of wheels and repairing wheels and things like that. It's not anything too complicated. So,
Of course, it's
Probably start chopping trees.
I would join Zuden, and if what we talked about earlier, the arc vein portion, demonstrate that.
okay, you can talk through that.
Strahd is probably going to look for like a chapel or some kind of religious institution to question them on religious artifacts.
They tell you, so you ask you come across a commoner, ask your question.
Where might I learn more about artifacts of this area?
Artifacts. I don't know what you're talking about, young man.
Well, is there any scholarly monks or priests of this area that I can converse with? I have a great need and a thirst for knowledge.
Well,
I have a great need.
I guess I could tell you that there's no church here. I mean, really, there's a pool that we all get our water from up to the north side. It's always, nice and fresh all throughout the year, and there's one of our old ancestors here in the village. He built himself a shrine to the morning Lord himself here over as a gazebo. It's really something to see. It's the closest.
Where is this?
Oh, Jesus, man! I mean, you're kind of wound a little tight there, aren't you, Whipper?
I must investigate this shrine to the morning Lord.
Well, I mean, there's not much to investigate. It's a statue. Have you seen a statue before? I mean, you're kind of young, but most people kind of seen those kind of things.
Where is this statue? I must see it.
Yeah, you're kind of a bossy little shit, aren't you? Welcome to the fine town of Cressick, you rude little fuck. Good night.
Apologies, my friend. I am just overcome by excitement to see anything referencing the sun in this dismal land.
I fear that if I was your kin, I'd bend you over my knee and give you a spanking, man. Good night. So disrespectful to the elderly. Goodness gracious.
Where might I find this statue?
Why are you
Please, my good sir.
Pumped up with zeal and mustard? I don't understand.
Michael,
I'm checking my alignment real fast to see what I'm allowed to do this guy.
But are you familiar with Jackbox?
There was another thing about this town, up there at the places, we call it the Abbey. It was a hospital back in I'd say about in the 1912s. It was a hospital where they took care of people and whatnot, but you see the mist there kind of swallows it up. swallows it up just like a porcupine swallows up an egg. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it does.
I understand, my friend. I'm sorry, I must go. But this Abbey, where might I
you
find
sure?
it? And where is the statue of the Morning Lord you mentioned?
I mean, good
I
lord,
must
son,
see
are
it.
you fucking blind? I just pointed to it. It's up on the mountain there. Do you
Thank you, my friend. May
Do
the
you-
sun
do you have
shine
any?
on your back as he just
do
starts
you-
striding away.
You bastard! I was talking to you. Don't you want to know anything else?
No, thank you. You have done enough.
Whippersnappers, bastards.
All right, did I at least get a general idea where the Abbey is, or just
You
the,
got
just the shrine?
exactly what you got, buddy.
It's on the
Okay.
giant top of the mountain. It's right there.
Okay, well,
There's that switchback that goes.
I see it on the map. I just don't
Hmm.
I don't know if my character would have gotten enough information from that. I
It
think I
will.
probably got enough information to go to the shrine, but that's it.
It's Homer.
What?
That reminds me of Homer.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
All right,
Micah-
so
Micah-
Strahd is going towards the shrine.
Okay. What shrine?
I was really waiting for
He
a thanks
never-
boomer there.
I'm assuming I'm going here.
He never told you diddly shit about where the shrine was, but that's okay.
Wait, oh, I thought he did.
You just mentioned the Abbey, which he did tell you and point to where that was at.
And he also mentioned the pools.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever mentioned where they were.
Well,
It's okay.
He
Oh,
just said
I thought he was
No.
pointing at them. I thought that's what he was pointing at.
I'm sorry. He pointed up north. Here's that away. That's fine.
So up
Go-
north is in this. I take whatever path he pointed at.
Just go,
This one or
go-
this one?
Go exploring. You just tell me where you go.
Okay.
based on
I'm
what-
just gonna go up
Yeah.
this path, and I'm gonna look for anything that looks like a shrine.
Okay.
And I'll stop another commoner to get actual information, I guess.
Does anybody else want to do anything before I just heckle the shit out of Ryan some more?
Bruin's just chopping wood and following instructions to help out.
Okay.
I will demonstrate
Go ahead.
to Zuden part of my ability. Zuden, how long have you trained in smithing?
Since my 25th year.
Were you doing clerical work or smithing first?
It's just one and the same. Part of our religion is learning to smith. It shows respect and honor to our God, Morden.
For Torag, it's the
Creator.
same. The creator, confusing. But yes, creation, building. I started smithing before clerical work. Mine wasn't the same path; it diverted. But let me show you why they call me Arcvane. And he'll motion to his plate armor, and you see very little attachments to it. There's no much buckles or anything. It's like solid pieces. And so he'll find 2 pieces of metal that need to be put together, like let's say a broken, wagon wheel that has whatever. And he'll take his hammer, and I'll use a spell if I need to slam on top of it, and it's welded together.
Ding.
What together with what?
Like the outside of the wagon wheel or inside a metal piece, whatever. I'm just giving an example. It could be
Yeah.
2 other metal pieces if you want to imagine it. But his it's like he arc welded it with his divine smite.
Oh, okay, I see. So I see that and I go, well,
That's something.
You channeled the divine energy within you to marry these two pieces of metal.
Essentially, I was doing this before I took the path of Paladin, before I became a Hammer of Torag.
Well, this divine Torag of yours is obviously giving you a gift that you have. Good for you. I don't have such a power.
What, Micah?
No. Jason, what are you doing? Oh, keep going, Jay. Keep going.
Go ahead. I'll just type it to him.
I am with Bruin, helping him chop trees.
Okay, continue roleplay.
Oh, okay. Moradin does not give me such powers to marry these metals together, but instead guides my hammer so that each blow is perfect and true, that I am most efficient in my work.
I've never heard of Torag guiding, but instructing could be the same.
Well, the teachings definitely. The master smiths have taught the words of passed from the scripture of Moradin to the apprentices. It is part of the teaching of Moradin. The guidance of my hammer, though, that is divine. I did not learn the accuracy of my hits. That was bestowed upon me as a gift.
I understand.
Is your god's temples built around a forge?
Strange you say this, yes. They're so intertwined that reverence and smithing is one and the same for the most part.
It's interesting. What lands do you come from? XYZ from such and such location. You come from the same universe as Zudin. Like, do we exist on the same plane of existence, or did you come in from a different? Like, is Micah is this pocket of Strahd's cursed lands like a nexus between different planes?
Technically, it resides in Shadowfeld, so possible.
I will tell him a land, right? That basically the territory I came from, the continent I came from. And see
the physical nature of the land in the area will seem familiar, but the names will not match up.
Okay, so
that's fun.
So I will mention a kingdom of dwarves that's a mountain to the east of a great lake, and it took me about a month's journey to get to the place that I am now. This Barovia place. If he figures that out from his own universe, then I'll be like, well, that's interesting.
What you speak of is familiar, but Not quite. I fear it might be the habits of dwarves that reside in these type of places. But it's slightly different from what I remember of my journey here.
I ask, where did you come from the journey to this location? Describe your travels.
It was across a desert. The mountain had two sides. One was desert, one was, well, it flourished. I don't actually know, Ken. I'm sorry. Let me look at the map of Golarion.
I have no idea where Zudin's from. I forgot about As far as I got, a mountain next to a lake.
But the terrain gave way to dense fog and could not remember any of the landmarks past that.
I know of a great desert that is south and west, many days travel from where I come from. Well past Barovia, at least in where I came from. So, I don't know. It is possible that you and I similar, different lands. Your god, Torek, you say. Perhaps it is just another name of my god, Moradin. You know, the dwarves to the far east have different names for their gods as well. Perhaps we worship the same god and do not realize it.
That would be a conundrum, wouldn't it?
You say deities pass amongst the planes between all realities.
The question is, in the favorite items or creatures, perhaps colors of our deity, would those be the same? Or will it be the dwarves that worship them?
Do you suppose it's your scripture and how you're raised and how you're taught teachings of your god? We should, perhaps later, we should speak and compare notes.
Sounds divine.
Okay. So.
Now that Mike has woken up.
No, you guys were role playing. I wasn't getting any. Hey. But Ryan's character, who I was about to address next, isn't even here. Hello, Ryan.
Oh, I'm here. I was just leaning back on my chair.
Okay. There you are.
Got him.
He's like, I was just being Mel. Hold on.
All right. So where are you? Move your character to where you're headed. Which direction?
This way. I'm specifically looking for someone younger.
Okay. You find a young lady who's busy toiling in what appears to be a garden, pulling up some kind of rooted vegetable.
Oh, I must know where the shrine of the sun god is. I must observe it with my own eyes.
You see her kind of being startled. What? Who? What? Who are you? Hello.
I am Drazad, a follower of the sun. I'm on a pilgrimage to collect holy relics, and maybe your shrine will have a clue.
I doubt that seriously, lad. I mean, it's been here
Well, I
for
must
a long,
see
long
it
time.
myself.
Okay, well, I mean, it's just up the road there, just a little bit. Just keep, go up there to Mildred's house, turn right, go past Frankie's house. It'll be there on the right. It's got a little bit of green mildew on the side of the house. Keep going up, and then on the left side, you'll see a house that's slightly turned red, but that's because of the pine that was used. If you go past that, then there's a fork on the road, and on the left fork, that's how you get to George's house. But don't go that way. That won't get you where you want to go. You want to take the right road, not the left road. Don't take the left road, the right road, okay?
Ma'am, excuse me.
What?
Do I just follow the road all the way down?
Well, yes, but I'm telling you to don't go left, go right. Because right is right and left is wrong.
I got it. So I go,
Unless you
I
want to
follow
go
the
see
path
George.
left.
I mean, George is a nice guy. He's on the left side. I don't know if he's
You
there
told
or
me to
not.
go left, though. You told me to go left.
Well, if you want to see George,
I want to go see the shrine.
well, that would be
of
on
the
the
sun
right
god.
then.
Okay, perfect. I got it.
You're
Are you
channeling your
sure?
money python so hard.
Yes. Strahd just walks off. I'm gonna go. I think it's here. I think it's this.
Thank you, young man.
I'm going here.
Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You too, man. The sun's shining on your back. Runs pretty much just half walking, sprinting now.
Watch out for the woman in the lake, distributing swords.
I'm going there.
Okay,
I think
good.
that's where she said.
Go there.
Ryan's looking for a sword. He wants that sword.
He needs that sword.
All right. Do I find the shrine? Is that the shrine?
Even under the gray skies, this pool at the north end of the village shimmers and sparkles. Move your character up there, you nut job. Near
I
its
did.
shores sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. That's the little gray building there. Nope. There you go. Sits a gazebo. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched, as though waiting to be embraced.
All right. I would like to hug the statue.
You so hug statue.
It feels good. Then I began to investigate around the statue, looking for, I don't know, anything really. I don't have anything I'm particularly looking for, but I would spend a lot of time doing this.
Okay, so what do you do?
I would like to investigate around the statue for, I guess, how old it is. Can I roll like a religion check to know more about
It is a
the
statue.
Morning Lord? Or?
It is a statue of the Morning Lord, which you know is probably the equivalent of a local god, goddess, god of whatever Barovia is, and was this a god of the sun. It is referred to as the white, basically shrine of the white sun by the villagers here. As to the platform and everything else, it's extremely old, and it doesn't look like it could stand up very well. It looks like it's kind of decrepit. As to the pool itself, there's nothing overly interesting about the pool of water other than it looks extremely refreshing and fresh. Like there's not moss growing in it, none of the thing that you would normally find in springs or little ponds like this.
All right. I would like to start
The sun is starting to ebb its way over the mountains. Getting darker. Dusk is coming.
Okay. I would like to spend my time rebuilding and, just taking care of the shrine.
Okay.
Putting candles on it and stuff.
All right. You start to make it better and repair it, and you're doing a fairly decent job at it. So, okay. What's everybody else doing? Work's coming to a close. The Baron walks up to you and goes, thank you for your help, lads. It's much appreciated. Now, come, let's eat at my house. You may stay here. Take a look.
Much obliged.
Lead the way.
Where's your
Bruin's
friend?
gonna follow the Burgomaster.
Where's the other one?
Which other one?
The one that acted like a crazed lunatic. Scared some of my villagers.
Oh, if I were guessing, I'd say he's probably up at the Abbey or probably near some other religious relevant art landmark.
Sounds about right from what I've seen of them. Do you have anything that symbolizes the sun here?
Well, there's the shrine of the sun, of the white, the morning, shrine of the white sun up by the pool up there.
Probably where you'll find them.
Anyway, I don't really give a crap. Let's eat.
Sounds good.
And so you guys head into. I mean, it's not. It's not fancy. It's fanciest thing anywhere here, and it's also the largest building. Inside is actually fairly, kind of nicely laid out. But as you're approaching the cottage, the thing that strikes you is that to the right side of the cottage seems to be a family plot, and where most of the plots look old and not disturbed, there's a very fresh plot there. Looks like just within the last day or two. And as he walks in, there's another woman there, that turns to face you. You guys met her too, or you saw that picture of her if you want to pull it up. Her name, and Dimitri goes, my wife, Anna, we have some visitors. She turns, and the look on her face can tell that she's been kind of tearful, crying. Something's going on. Everybody make a wisdom check, at least for any of your characters that would care.
Would it be insight?
Nope, wisdom. Yeah, no, it is insight. Yep. Swing and a miss.
Thing there.
And Ryan, you can make your way back here in a little bit, or are you was planning to camp up there?
Necessarily, if he was able to repair it, make it look good, polish it, really spend some time trying to repair the damaged wood and replace it if possible.
Yep. So it's funny because once some of the citizens saw you doing it, like somebody brought you a can of paint, somebody brought you some hand tools. It's a commune, so they were like, "Oh, he's doing some work. All right, sweet."
All right, so yeah, I would head back if I had enough time to actually make it look good. I would care more about making it look good than I would sleeping or eating.
So Lucian, you get this. Ken, you get this. Razudin, you can tell that something is off with Dimitri. Like he's obviously distraught about something, and he's not telling you what it is. So he's trying to put on that I'm a noble, big show kind of thing. Anyway, let's. Anna, is dinner ready? And she goes, yes. Please join us. Let's eat. The odd thing about the house is you can tell that it looks like that they weren't the only occupants of the house. It's big enough. It's got multiple rooms. And in fact, you see some children's toys kind of tucked off to the side. But yet you don't see any kids.
Okay.
And they show you over to a wooden hewn table, bench seating, and then two nice chairs on either end that they sit at. And there's a big old pot of something steamy on there, and some looks like some chickens have been butchered and put on the table for you.
Wow.
And they just silently begin eating, and they say, "Please."
Thank you for your hospitality.
Yes, thank you.
This chicken is great.
It is the custom in Barovia for those that pay with sweat of their brow. We don't often take visitors here.
You've lost someone recently, haven't you?
You see them stare at you like you just said something not proper at the dinner table, and they like you just called them out on it.
Lucy, don't ruin the mood. This chicken is great.
The chicken is very good, but is there anything
Anna
we
kind
may
of see her
do?
put her head down and her hands, and just he gets up and goes over and kind of puts an arm around her. Our son Ilian, our last child, the one that was to carry on our name, passed away 4 days of sickness. It's been a hard loss for this town and for our family.
Can sympathize. It seems all we encounter in this land is hardship.
What were his symptoms?
Fever. He couldn't eat. He couldn't drink. Eventually it took him.
Is this a sickness that's common in this town?
It took one of our other children.
Your children, or has anyone else in the town been affected?
It is a common illness in Barovia. It's taken many children.
The curse of this land.
One of many. Unfortunately.
Does Jajad make it back at? I don't know. You can just tell me when he shows up, or if he shows up. It might be after dinner. I don't know.
Say that again. Yeah, sure. You can show up. You notice that there's nobody there, and you can knock on the door.
Okay. He knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
He goes over, comes in, and says, "Come in, eat."
Thank you, my friend. He sits at the table. Now he's.
What
You
were you
notice
up
that it's
to?
like all really quiet. Keep going. Yep.
So did you ever find the shrine of the sun god?
I did, and I spent the afternoon and night working on it. Now this land knows the glory of the sun. Hopefully, it will bring them much joy as these days go by.
Drowsy, try to tone it down a bit for right now.
Why, is something the matter?
Our host just lost a child of fever. It's still very, very recent.
Oh, my deepest condolences. I am an ordained minister. Do you need any of my services?
He's been interred now. There's not much any of us can do.
But
Be rid of.
What?
There's a plague on this land that needs to be rid of.
Yes. Seems there is.
I realize this might be crass, but would you like to talk with the recently departed?
I will think about it, but it would probably be too painful knowing that he would just return. And
How much does my character know about what happens in Barovia? I guess he probably knows.
No, I mean you would know the folklore and the deal that spirits don't go.
Okay,
spirits stay trapped.
That's what I was asking.
Well, as we eat and I guess drink wine that was delivered. So, trying to change the subject.
Yes.
What else can you tell us about that monastery on the mountain?
Yes, it's an interesting tale. The it it was once a hospital and a convent for nuns, followers of the sun god, the Morning Lord. They rose up against Strahd at one point after the undertaking, and the priests and the people there went forward, and they were very brave, but ultimately Strahd took them. The remaining priests and the remaining nurses, they closed the doors. We're not sure whatever happened to them. Just sounds of madness erupted from the building. It was the townspeople were horrified to go anywhere near it. Then suddenly it was quiet. Then sometime, the story goes, not too long ago, a man we call the abbot, a very good-looking man, went to the hospital, and we assume he began to, he became the head of the abbey there. Now no one goes there. But it's odd that the man doesn't seem to age, but he is there. He claims himself to be of the Morning Lord, and he goes often. He's often seen walking during the day near the shrine of the White Sun. He doesn't talk much. He just asks for wine. But anyway, some of us believe not to cross him, as he may actually be working for Strahd. No one goes there. The only thing that happens from the abbey is the bell rings occasionally at odd times of day and night. And you can hear screams, horrible and inhuman laughter are heard from the village. It's a strange thing indeed.
Is he the only one that lives up there by himself?
We've not seen others.
So, only the abbot comes down from this abbey.
Yes.
How often?
Several times a week.
We stay here. I look at the group. If we stay here for a few days helping out, perhaps we can meet this person.
I would love nothing more.
Does he come to a specific location, a shop, or?
He often is seen at the shrine.
Oh, is that the place that you were fixing up?
You fixed up.
I assume so. The shrine to the Morning Lord? Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Well, perhaps you have an in since you fixed up the shrine. Maybe he will speak with you then.
Hopefully, I would love to talk to a man of the cloth. I would love to also ascertain his intentions.
About that time, there's a knock at the door, and Anna gets up and kind of goes over and gets the door. She comes running back to her husband and whispers something into his ear. Then she grabs a few things from a nearby stand, and she runs. She goes, "Pardon me, my friends, but I must away. One of our people is about to give birth, and I am needed to provide blessings. Pardon me, I must leave." She kisses her husband. She turns to leave.
Before she leaves, I go, "Would you like some help? I do have some experience in this."
You're welcome to come along.
I'll hurriedly put my stuff down and I'll follow her.
Anybody else?
I'll go as well. I have some experience with basic first aid and medicine.
Okay. Anybody else?
+7 medicine. Probably.
What's that?
I have a +7 in medicine.
Nice. Okay.
What's my skill in it?
+4, it's something.
And the burgomaster says, remember, the homes are small. We don't want to overcrowd the thing. A couple of you going would be fine, but I'd recommend the rest of you stay here.
I'll stay.
Very well.
I'll stay as well. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go lay down.
Please.
That wine hit you hard, hon. You were starving for it.
Oh, let me tell you, I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
All right, so we've got Zuden and Nyla going with her?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and the rest of you are staying. Okay, so the rest of you can listen in on this, and then we're going to come back to you in a minute, because something's going to happen while they're gone. And, okay, so she explains that there's a woman named Demiria Yolinsky who's about to give birth. She explains that there is the local midwife named Katarina Delov, who should be there during the birth, and that basically stay out of the way. She's there to provide blessings, as there's no priest in town, and it offers to you, the cleric, if you'd like to say, please just be aware that everybody here worships the Morning Lord, so say you're welcome to give a blessing, but yeah, essentially, don't piss off. Don't do anything that would offend the Morning Lord, or your ass is grass. Anyway, so you guys go, and sure enough, you get in there, and Anna goes in there and she kind of sets up a few things and starts saying some prayers over the situation. She's kind of squatting over. She doing this squat birth maneuver, and so the midwife is there helping, everything that's happening. Everything seems. Go ahead. What?
Just an observation, since I have such a high. And does she look like she knows what she's doing? She's well in hand.
Yes. The midwife seems to have done this quite a few times, and she's being taken care of. No physical signs of anything going wrong have happened.
All right, I just observing. That's it.
Okay, Nyla.
Same with me. I just offered to if there is a need for help, I'm there.
Okay. And so, really, it was a fast delivery. The baby is born, but immediately, once the baby is born, Demiria gives birth to the baby, but the baby doesn't cry. She picks up the baby and holds it in her arms. You guys can make a insight check. You can tell there's a kind of a tear coming from her eye. And both... Waiting on Kenny's. Or is that yours up there? Sorry, there we go. Okay. Both of you realize there's something very... This should be a very joyful moment, but she's very much troubled about something.
Is the baby stillborn, basically?
You can see it breathing and reacting, but it's not... Doesn't look... It's not crying. It's not doing anything. It's just breathing.
Is everything all right with the baby?
The child has no soul. Very sad. That came from the midwife, who's crying.
No soul? What do you mean? How do you know it has no soul?
You must be so new to these lands. So many of our children are born without souls, taken before life is given.
But how do you know that it has no soul?
It is known. Look at the baby. Have you seen babies born before? She looks at you with tears in her eyes. She kind of grabs both of you and kind of pulls you off to the side. Have you seen babies born before?
Yes, many times.
Yes, elven babies,
How many
at least.
How many births have you seen where the baby makes no noise?
Very few. And usually it means the baby is sick.
Or dead?
Yes.
This is worse. It is alive, but it's an empty husk. It'll become one like the other villagers that perhaps you've seen. Wander around aimlessly. No purpose, no drive, soulless. It's the curse of Barovia.
That's basically the entire town of Barovia.
Some towns suffer from it more than others.
But how do you know that this is what's happening with this baby? How do you know the baby is just not sick?
I would assume experience.
It is the way of things. This is what happens all the time. It is the signs. If you must, you can ask her if she can check your baby, or check the baby. But I'm confident you'll come to the same conclusion. It is the curse of the land.
Yeah, can I do a check on it? Would that just be like a medicine check or?
Sure. You go over there and she seems to be a bit defensive about it, but she, telling her that you just want to check its health.
Yes,
she's crying, but she lets you inspect it. Medicine is fine.
I stand nearby, but I don't inspect. I just look.
God.
It's
terrible.
breathing, but it's absolutely non-responsive. That's just mad. Wrong COVID swab. That's fucked. Sorry. That is so wrong.
Okay, well, I discern nothing new.
Okay, so you guys can sit tight for a little bit, let that soak in. Can say your characters are consoling what's going on there. The rest of you back at the house, so let's see. Bruin, you went to sleep? Are the rest of you kind of sitting around chit-chatting with the Burgermeister?
Yeah.
Okay, and are you guys talking about anything specific, or?
I would be talking about the town.
Okay. Really, he kind of shares with you some information about the, again, nobody ever leaves town. The reason there's so many trees and everything here is they literally do everything they can not to leave the walls, because of wolves, direwolves, and werewolves. The wine, sure enough, arrives every month from the Wizard's Winery. You find out that his son was 14 years old and he died. Was the last. Told you about that. Says the water is very refreshing. It has wondrous properties. It's been that way the whole time. And then not really anything new. However, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna query about the
Go ahead.
about the Abbey. Okay, do you want to do it in character?
Yep. Goathead about the Abbey.
The Abbey. What do you know about it? Who is this man? I want to believe him to be just, but there you levied some dire accusations against him. I simply must investigate.
I don't know what I believe. I just am telling you what the different rumors of the city are. And some believe him to be... he is just only known as the abbot. Some believe him to be just the keeper of the abbey now. Whether he is working for Strahd or not, I cannot say. He's never shown any aggression or any ill will to any of the citizens here.
Does he still perform the duties as is expected of one that worships the Morning Lord? Have you noticed any change in his demeanor?
No, he's often found at the shrine, as I stated, and He proclaims to be an abbot of the Morning Lord.
These rumors that you've heard,
Hmm?
who
Yeah.
spreads them?
They're just no one specifically. Conversations around town. People gossip.
No one in particular? No one
No.
with extra energy put towards the subject?
No, not at all.
Hmm.
Not that I know of.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
wondering. There's a knock.
We
at the
must
door.
investigate him in the morning. Oh,
Late for
sorry.
guests, right?
It is rather late for guests. Pardon me. He goes over, opens the door, and you hear him say, "Good evening, Abbot. Please come in." As the man that enters the room comes in, you can tell that he's very, very good looking, very, very high charisma. Anyway, he's walking in. He's wearing very nice robes, and he says, "Hello, Burgermeister. Hello, and good evening to you. I hate to bother you on such a fine evening, and I'm sorry I've interrupted your company, but I have heard of your recent troubles, and I am here to tell you that the God of Light spoke to me, and he wants me to restore the Krezikov bloodline. He asks me to return to life your son." And at this, Dimitri kind of stumbles back a little bit, some color returning to his cheeks, the look of wonderment filling his eyes. He goes, "I'd like to discuss this further with you and your wife. If perhaps one of these gentlemen could go and find Anna, and perhaps we can have a conversation." Dimitri goes, without turning his head, "One of you go now. 4 houses up and to the right."
Lucian will get up and go.
Okay.
You guys, as you're talking about and you're looking at the baby,
Divine sense, if I'm able to.
hold on a second. Lucian, you go running out. You can go get it. So you're going to go. I'll let you knock on the door and explain to these guys what you're going to tell them based on what happened. Divine sense does what now? You're just seeing...
I was hoping... Oh. I want to detect evil.
Not evil.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
Oh, that's great news.
Mhm.
Abbott, do you have that kind of ability?
I'm afraid I don't know who you are.
I am Khazar the Archbane, Hammer of Torag.
Nice to meet you. My name is the Abbot. Oh, whoa, wait a second. What, so, okay, I need to know a couple things. One is...
Sure.
Do you have to cast a spell, do something? What do you do for that? Divine sense?
Yeah, it's an action. It just says it's an action. I open my awareness to detect evil.
Okay.
At the end of my next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
Is it specifically celestial undead?
Hold on a second. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead of any being whose presence you sense but it's not identity. In parentheses, the vampire Count Strahd von Zervit, for instance. within the same radius. Anyway.
Wait, so
What
what did it say about that? About Strahd?
I'll just read the whole thing. I'll read the whole thing again.
Yes.
The presence of strong evil registers in your senses like a noxious odor, and a powerful good rings like a heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, in parentheses, celestial, fiend, or undead, in parentheses, of any being whose presence you sense but not its identity, in parentheses, the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich, for instance, in parentheses, within the same radius. You also detected the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated as within the hollow spell.
Okay, so I'll warn you that there's a possibility that because of your proximity to him, and the fact that you're speaking with him, that it is possible he may become aware that you did that. So,
sure.
Do you still want to do that? All right, cool.
Yep.
All right. So as you're doing that, a noxious odor begins to fill your nostrils, and he looks directly at you and goes, "Now that's rude."
Not as rude as what you're giving off.
Oh, really? So I am here to offer the Burgermeister a chance to have his son back. And
by all means, continue with this. I will not stop you.
A peculiar fellow, rude indeed. And of what deity did you say you serve?
Korag.
Interesting. Anyway. All right, Jason, you arrive at the house. You bust in and you see Anna kind of still tending to the person, and Ken and Nyla, sorry, Zuden and Nyla are there talking to some midwife woman.
I walk up to Anna, I guess.
Yes?
The Burgermaster requests your attendance.
Oh, very well.
Apparently, the abbot has come and has...
Okay. Keep going.
And has offered the life of your son.
She, there's, smoke where she was standing.
There she goes.
What do the rest of you do?
Wait, what do you mean has offered the life? What are you talking about? What did he say?
He says he can bring her son back.
How did he elaborate?
I know none of these things. Beyond me.
Nyla also poofs away like the Burgermaster's wife. She's going back to their house.
Mm-hmm.
She's just going, I've been brought back many a times. I don't understand this.
I hear all this. I look at the mother, who was obviously in mourning still because she believes her son has no soul. She has just given birth. She's
dealing with that and all that joy.
What I do for her as one last gift, because this is bad enough as it is. I cast healing word on her, so her birth is immediately healed, and I will give my condolences and leave.
Okay, she seems thankful, but distracted. Okay. Back to the house. I'll tell you guys when you arrive. The Burgermeister looks at your character and is kind of off to the side and says, "Do not mess this up for us. Do not be rude like that again. I don't know what you did, but do not you dare come into my house and do something like this. Do you understand me? Do you understand me?"
He grabs a glass of wine, starts to drink it. I understand.
If you can't contain yourself, then go. Leave. Now. Hey, Spartacus 2009. Yeah, we can give you some character. We'll give you some character information in just a little bit. Glad you're here. Feel free to ask any questions and play along. But it's intense right now. Super intense. Okay, so are you going to stay or are you going to go? But I want nothing out of you. Do you understand me?
I will stay. I will keep my
Mouth shut.
As you wish.
The Burgermeister goes, dear Abbot, can I offer you some drink, some wine? The Abbot responds, well, yes, that would be wonderful. He pours him a glass and everything. Ryan, when your character's just kind of like standing there, he's starstruck or what?
He's just no, he's just sitting there, his hands folded.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry.
His hands folded, just observing. He hasn't said a word or anything. He's just observing the abbot.
Okay. About that time, the door opens and Anna comes in, shortly followed by the rest of the party. And he goes, Anna, it is so good to see you. Please join your husband. I have something I wish to speak to you about. Your friends, I do not want to be rude, but they can wait and they can listen. I don't mind, but I want to make sure that I'm addressing you. And they get over there and they kind of position themselves kind of in a sitting room, and you guys aren't shooed away or anything, so you can position yourselves whatever. So if there's a sitting room over here, then on the other side is the dining room, and in between is the entryway, and then behind that is sleeping chambers, right? So they all sit down in chairs. The abbot kind of sits down in a chair, kind of long flowing robes. He looks like an abbot, if you can picture it, like a very dressed in white, very nice looking, clean, but simple. He's not adorned with anything super fancy. It's just like abbot robes, and he begins. He goes, I was telling your husband that, and I'm sorry to intrude this late in the evening, but the God of Light spoke to me, and he said, this cannot be in such a dark land that a woe falls upon your family, that a family such as yours should be cursed like this, to have their name struck from the records of Barovia. He says to me, the God of Light, he says to me, bring forth your child to me, and I will raise him from the dead. I will bring his spirit back to the living. At that point, Anna gets up and she literally falls to the feet of the abbot and begins to kiss his feet, and starts going, oh, you bless us. Can you really do this? Can you? He goes, puts a hand on her head and says, yes, it is the will of the gods of light that I am here. It is not me. I do not seek glory for me. It is the will of the gods of the light. So she goes, Abbot and Saint Markovia, we are blessed. Thank you for this act. And with that, you can tell that Dimitri's gotten up. He's gone and gotten a shovel, and he's about to go outside. He says, I will bring him at once. Is now the time. And the abbot looks at him and goes, of course, the sooner the better. And they begin, thanks for the follow, whoever that was. That was wonderful. And so they run out there, and they run out, and he's getting ready to go outside. He's like, it looks like these guys have completely forgotten you are here at all.
Understandably.
And so,
Did
Anna.
you arrive?
Yeah, you guys are there. You guys walk in, like I said. Sorry.
Oh, Zuden walked in?
Yeah, Zuden walked in. They all walked in.
Okay.
I spoke about that. Sorry.
I'll sharply, Zuden, my brother, use your divine sense and prepare to rid evil.
Where did you say that to be? Outside?
As soon as I see you, regardless of what company is there. So, Micah, you...
Does
Like
everyone
something.
hear that?
I don't know who's there.
Well, okay. It's not a huge house. Were you trying to whisper, or were you not hiding anything that you were saying? Okay.
No, I'm not hiding anything.
All right.
I would have come in with you then.
Jesus.
So the abbot hasn't. He's just standing there waiting.
Yeah, he's sitting in the sitting room with Anna, who is graciously loving on him.
They're talking in private, right?
They were so like I was saying, dining room here, hallway, sitting room, and behind is the deal. But we're not talking about 40 foot of separation here. It's a smaller house, right?
The dining room, the entryway, and then a room next to it.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So a loud conversation we heard in either room.
Oh yeah. That's why I was saying everything. You guys could clearly hear the conversation that was going on in the other room.
So basically, we arrive. I go into the dining room because that's where they were.
They were all in the
That's when-
sitting room. I would assume that other characters were in the dining room or just hanging in the hallway listening, or in the sitting room, wherever.
Dining room. He said he was drinking some wine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go in there. I look, and that's when Kazard says what he says.
Yep. And
Hey, just so you know, Ryan's computer has to restart, so he's
Okay.
gonna log off everything for a little bit.
as long as he can still hear us, because I'm sure his character would probably react to some of this stuff. So.
He cannot.
Ruh-roh. Whoa. When's he gonna be back? I feel like we need some music for this.
And so, if Kazard says that, I immediately think of: Are they? Is Strahd here? Is one of his minions here? What are you talking about?
Yes, Nyla also, like, you see, like, a shot, like, a glint in her eyes, like, and she, like, puts her hand on her sword.
Sense the evil, prepare to fight it.
Okay, hold on a second, because there happens to be a person in the room with a passive freaking perception of 20.
Yo, what did I miss?
Welcome back.
Jameson, sometime midnight, usually 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. if it goes long. Like it might just now.
The actions of some party members do not necessarily reflect the plans of a DM at any given point of time. Just saying.
Well,
Oh, let
I
me
guess,
bring your child back
I-
to life with necromancy and not detect evil on it?
Who said it was going to be
Anyway.
necromancy?
what?
If there is no other choice.
I disconnected and missed, I guess, probably what the abbot was doing.
Somebody want to
Finger
catch him up?
banging.
And the Burgermeister is going outside. Burgermaster is going outside to dig up his dead daughter, son, whoever.
Yeah, the Burgermeister went right outside with the shovel.
To dig up his kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, Catherine was saying she was uneasy about something. What did anything happen?
Necromancy made me uneasy.
What necromancy?
As this creepy type of music starts.
Okay. Just got to get the mood set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you heard, Ryan, is there was an exchange that basically the abbot has come in and offered to bring the child back to life because the gods of light have deemed it that his family's name should continue, and has said that he's going to bring the child back to life. Okay? At the same time, Will's character said, cue Will. Look right at the camera and say it. Look at the camera and say it. Say it. Look at the camera and say it with purpose.
To Zuden, use your divine sense and prepare to fight.
All right. So, and at that point...
So that's why everyone's nervous.
Oh, my
And I
bad.
said,
And at that point...
Strahd here?
You see the abbot stand and look directly at you and go, if you persist in this action, you will take this child from their parents. A life returned in this land is a special gift. You seek to take this from them?
I thought he left already.
The abbot is stayed there with Anna the whole time.
Oh, so it's the abbot talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
What you speak of is necromancy.
And he starts walking towards you, and Anna is appalled. She's like, "How could you? How could you insult him in our house?"
My friend, I'm sure they did not mean it as an insult.
What is
You must understand, necromancy is not an abhorrent act. Returning the soul to a body is the most important thing that you could do so they can resume basking in the glorious rays of the sun. Surely you are an honorable man who hasn't strayed from the path.
Who said anything about necromancy?
What else
They did.
would you use?
You are a cleric? A priest? Do you raise the dead? Because I do. Have you heard of this spell? Not undead. Resurrection, my friend. Or I'm afraid that perhaps your priestess, your goddess, hasn't taught you such skills. How powerful is your god?
Yeah, who's he talking to?
Will's character.
Arcane.
Okay.
Perhaps you've never heard of this. Perhaps your god isn't that powerful.
So
the
your
gods
god,
of light are that powerful.
How does your god operate
dare
freely
you-
within the land of Strahd?
How dare you question the gods of light in this place? There are but a few of us that can
Which
still
god of
speak to
light?
the
Name
gods.
them.
The Morning
Name-
Lord.
The Morning Lord. Name them.
The Morning... I just named them. Are you
Name
a
them.
blind idiot?
Your name. That's a surname.
He did just name them. That is what the Morning Lords are called in Barovia. They're called the Morning Lord. They're not referred to anything else.
What rituals do you practice in the morning?
I don't have to explain myself to you, imbecile.
I attempt to guide.
I'm done speaking with
Sorry.
you. And Anna looks at you and says, "Leave my house." Sorry, what are you saying?
Attempts to guide Kazard out of the home.
I completely ignoring everybody else. I'm in battle mode. I'm about to attack.
You just tell me
Wait,
when we're...
Strahd?
You tell me...
You're trying to get me to leave?
No, Will's character.
Okay.
Yeah, Kazard.
So, is there enough commotion going on that Bruin might wake up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I figured I would ask.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Bruin
Anna-
through the TDK.
Anna is furiously yelling at you to leave. And then she's looking at the rest of you guys and telling you guys, get him out of my home right now.
Words do not do anything.
Trying.
Okay, so are we going into initiative?
Only if you don't allow me to get him out of the house.
If he's going to resist you, we're going to have to go to initiative. And it sounds like he's going to resist you.
Kazard going to resist student trying to get him out. All
Fuck yeah, he is. And as soon as you grab him or do whatever, use your
Okay.
divine sense. Sense is evil.
Hey, wait for it. Okay, so
And I would like to use divine sense.
Guys, it's actually crazy. I have adrenaline right now, IRL.
All right, this is good. All right, so what happens is, let's go ahead and have everybody roll initiative. Let me clear the current initiative.
What is my divine sense? Tell me, Micah.
You don't get to do that yet.
What?
Roll initiative.
You
I
can
didn't
do
roll
that.
initiative yet, so it's not like it's
I'm
actually happening.
telling you, you're gonna have to use an action to do it, and it's gonna have to be on your initiative.
Boo.
Sorry, waited too long. Puppy.
Boo.
For fuck's sake.
Is that at me?
No, I
I
just.
don't know.
This is what makes this game fun. Is you come in thinking, surely this will never happen. Well, okay. And then it gives you the material to be able to do something. But yeah. That's why there's stats for a reason.
Yep.
I don't know how I rolled twice. I don't know why.
When we take the
Correct
first
it.
one.
Correct it with your first
I don't
one.
want to take the first one.
Tough boogers.
Well, I didn't want to roll initiative, so tough titties.
Sorry, Ken.
I was hoping that my ability to remove you from the room was going to happen before initiative. But apparently that didn't happen.
Well, the problem is that if he's going to resist, I'll give you first shot.
The fuck? Who's that?
That's what you guys are about to fight. Probably.
Fighting what?
Hold on, Micah. That doesn't look evil.
Evil has to have a look.
It looks celestial.
Yeah, right?
Celestials are not always good.
Ah, shit.
Said.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no clear cut. Demons don't have to be evil, and celestials don't have to be good.
But anyway, no, it's all good. Is that shit? What was it called? What are those?
A plane tar?
If it's a planetar, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not. It's like, oh, we're in the level 16 chapter. Hopefully not. Sorry, guys. Everybody's character or my character. Woo!
Yeah, sometimes there are those.
I guess this is another town we're not allowed in anymore.
Okay.
The Abbot just got a critical roll on his initiative. I guess it's going first. We'll see if it can one-shot a party member.
It looks sternly at him, puts his hands to his chest, and then doesn't move. Just looks at him and goes, "Stand down. You risk this boy's life." Lucian.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool. I'm holding my action at the moment.
Are you wanting to do a prepared action or?
I will prepare to attack it if it attacks. What's his name? Will's character.
Okay.
Arcbane.
Arcvane.
My turn.
Actually, Zuden, I'm gonna bump you up before Arcvane because were you gonna jump to attack or were you gonna wait for him to do something? What was your intended reaction here, Arcvane? He just spoke to you.
Approach without not really lunging, but just like grabbing weapon, grabbing shield,
Perfect.
intently staring, and as soon as get close, just smack.
Okay. So you are preparing to react to him getting closer or something of that nature. Is that correct? Or do you intend to attack him? You're not far from him. He close distance.
I intend to attack.
Huh?
I intend to attack. He radiated evil. I'm gonna fucking attack.
Okay. Zuden, I'm gonna give you a priority bump because of your action and that you were trying to get it done beforehand. So you'll have one chance to do something here. So Zuden, your friend is drawing weapons and is about to take a step forward and swing.
Alright. So this is right before he turns into an angel or something.
He hasn't
right?
turned into anything. He's still in his normal form.
And Zune's right there, and Kazard is confronting him. They're talking to each other. Or,
Yeah, he basically looked up and said, do not take this from these people. Stand down.
and so Zuden's like, Kazard, what are you?
Yeah, okay.
Stop trying to antagonize this guy. We can leave. Let's go.
All right.
He,
You're not going to try to physically stop him, Ken?
well, I mean,
I'm literally facing Kazard.
Okay. All right. So, Arcvane, you've got him in front of you. He's not placed hands on you.
I'll look at Zuden. He radiates evil. Why would we not stop him here? And did he change forms in front of us?
No, he has not changed forms.
Okay, so it doesn't have the wings. You said it's what we were fighting.
Well, that was a little insider knowledge.
Just preparing. You don't know that yet. Let's leave and talk about this. Zuden is attempting to use his wisdom.
With the weapon still drawn, I'll push past him.
Towards him? Towards the guy?
Well, towards him, but past him without attacking him. I'll walk out of the house.
Okay. He lets you go.
I move aside, but let him go past.
Okay.
Keeping myself between him and the abbot.
Okay. Does anybody choose to take any more aggressive actions at this point?
Nope.
Nope, I still want to do Divine Sense.
Lucian will put himself between the abbot and
Hold on.
everyone else, but
Hey,
that's
Nyla,
about it.
Just so you know, that would be considered an aggressive action. You
What
still
would?
intend to do it.
Facing towards him, he's putting himself between them.
Not you, I'm talking to Nyla's character.
Oh,
Is it an action or is it an ability?
it's an action.
Action.
It's
Yeah, he would perhaps see it.
He'd see it.
Now, if it's an ability, then no one would see anything. It just happens.
Nope. So, I'll give you the same warning that I gave Krezid. It's possible that he would detect that. Would you still do it?
No, if it's gonna be seen as aggressive because I don't have, only one person said something.
I don't know how he'd respond to it, but I'm just letting you know that it's possible that he'll detect it. Yes?
I don't
No?
know. I think I'm gonna skip it for now.
Okay. All right. Let me back off the.
Like the situation is being diffused.
Yeah. So, all right.
Nyla
So
aggressive, or she leaves? Like, what's going on?
yeah. So he's sitting there with his hands kind of right here over the holy symbol. It's like, I expect, and Anna's like, all of you leave now. I cannot risk any more of this. Please. I'll make arrangements for you to stay at a home nearby, but I cannot risk this. And the abbot basically is just staring at all of you.
Bruin goes back to the room where he was trying to sleep, gets his stuff, and walks out the door.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know what was going on. I was asleep at the time, but I will leave at your request.
It's fine. I apologize for my rudeness at this late hour, but I cannot have this happen. Please see that your friend does not interrupt.
I will do what I can.
Thank you. She scribbles something down and hands it to Yuzud and says, take this to Mildred. She's 4 houses down to the left. She'll see that you're accommodated.
Thank you. And I deeply apologize for the actions of my person. And I look at the abbot directly in the eyes.
Okay. Yeah, up a little. Yeah.
And I try with all my might, non-supernaturally with insight, to sense what's going on with this guy. Because part of me, like, is this person, the way his actions were, you said, talking to his, he is obviously implying that there's more to this, to himself, than what he's saying.
What is the roll for intention? Freaking.
There's bluff and insight.
Insight's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's deception versus insight, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Deception.
Let's hope I roll really well.
Deception to hide one's action, insight to see.
Right, which is why I got insight.
What'd you get?
Oh!
What'd you get?
26.
I'm almost kind of sad that I didn't play the Cleric of the Light.
I can't tell a lie very well, but I can tell who's lying.
So he is he's not deceiving. Nothing he has said has been deceptive.
But he's hiding his true. He's hiding a true.
There's probably some motivation behind his what he's asking. Now, whether that motivation is bad or good or whatever, who knows? But you can tell he's got, he's probably going to want something in return.
His motivation is not simply divine, and his God told him to raise the kid's life. There's something other reason.
I wouldn't go that far. You actually feel that the intention of why he's here. You get the feeling that of conviction in his words, right? So when he said the gods of the morning told me to do this and blah blah blah, you would feel that he's telling the truth about that part, absolutely, but that. Like any good servant, he's going to want his 10 pence and, in return.
All right. Well, I know there's something else about this guy that's not quite know what he is yet.
He certainly has not revealed all his cards. Sure. But his intention as far as raising the child seems correct.
And so I guess in that, apologetic way, while it's trying to sense true motive, apologize.
I didn't hear that last part. Sorry.
He apologizes and takes his leave.
Oh. I leave.
I understand that. I understand very clearly the gods that you worship. Understand that I can see many things because of the gifts that have been granted to me. And the gods work through me. I hope that you can understand you are not in the same worlds from whence you came. Barovia is a different place. You must learn how to navigate Barovia if you wish to survive. Do you understand? I do not say this in threat. I simply offer a suggestion, a kindness, despite the rudeness of your friend.
He nods slowly, then takes his leave.
Goodbye, friend.
Closes the door behind him.
Anybody else sticking around, or is everybody else leaving? Or
Strahd is not leaving. He wants to talk first, but he's letting everyone else leave first. He's just sitting there. He hasn't moved. Asking him to leave has not done anything.
Nyla is also not leaving.
Anna is like looking at you guys like you're a bunch of rude fucks. Get out of my house. I've already asked you kindly and given you somewhere to stay. She's got that. This is all what her look is transmitting to you. Daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, then Nyla's gonna leave.
Okay.
Strahd wants to talk to the abbot.
So you're just refusing to leave?
I was waiting for everyone to kind of get up and leave before addressing the abbot.
Okay. Jason, what's your character doing?
Lucian leaves as well.
Okay, so everybody's leaving, but you're just sitting in your seat. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Anna walks straight over to you and says, "For the last time, please leave my house now."
I understand, and I will, but I simply must converse with this man because we have shared interests. Resurrecting the dead and binding their soul back to their body so they can once again stride among the glorious rays of the sun is the most honorable thing that you could do.
You hear a voice in your head, and it sounds like the abbot, but a lot higher. It says, "Be still, my son. There will be time for us to talk. Now is not that time." And he looks at you and smiles.
He's going to ask, might I not observe this? Because I can do minor resurrections, but the body has to be fresh. 1 minute or more, and I can't rebind the soul.
You kind of see him pondering in his head a little bit. You may observe. He goes, Anna, and that you heard that in your head. Anna, he places a hand gently on Anna's shoulder. Anna, this one may stay. She goes, very well, and I apologize for his rudeness, or for their rudeness, but I understand. Just as you guys are leaving, there's, it looks like somebody was able to do some kind of gentle repose on the corpse, essentially, so it doesn't stink or smell, but it certainly has started to decay a little bit. And Dimitri, tears welling up in his eyes, is carrying his 14-year-old son into the house and is about to pass you guys.
Nyla wants to wait across the street observing.
Okay.
Bruin's going to head up to Mildred's house and start getting sleeping arrangements set up.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm out of here.
Peace, I'm out.
Zudin's going to follow Khazard out. After he's out, he's going to
Okay.
try and get to Khazard.
Okay. You catch up to him. I mean, I don't know how far Khazard's going.
And he keeps walking. Lightning has started to envelop his warhammer, and eventually he stops as the lightning shocks the shit out of him.
All right.
For not attacking evil.
All right. What is Lucian? What are you doing? You're watching from across the street. Or?
I am following the clerics.
The smell of burnt flesh emanates from Will's character from Krezid.
Yeah.
Gezard. Nyla?
I am waiting across the street watching their house.
Okay. And Zuden, you catch up with them. All right, so real quick, and then I'll let Zuden and those guys continue. So, you guys notice that the corpse goes in, the door closes. What you're basically told, be quiet, stand in the corner, don't do anything. Don't say anything. Right?
Yep, that's fine.
Agree with that. I said, we could talk later, not tonight. So essentially what happens is the body is laid out on the table, and you do not see any spell materials. You don't see any anything that would traditionally go with a resurrection spell or anything that you've read about what's required for a resurrection spell. He simply starts speaking in do you speak Celestial?
I do not.
Okay, he starts speaking in a very odd tongue that sounds soothing and nice. Okay, and he places a hand on the body, looks up to the heavens. You hear. The only thing you can discern is the names of a few gods or of the Morning Lord, the saint, and says, I am but a vessel. Work through me, and then the rest is in language you can't understand. And then a brilliant flash of light emanates from his hand, and the chest of the body rises, and it falls, and rises and falls, and the color comes back to the cheeks, and the boy takes a breath, and you hear, "Mother? Father?" And they embrace their son, and he, the abbot, kind of falls to a chair a little bit and says, "It is done. The Morning Lord's glory be praised." And Anna comes over and just starts like fawning all over him and goes, "What? Please tell us what we can do. How can we ever repay you for such a debt, for bringing our son back, for giving us this blessing? God praise you. God praise the Morning Lord. God praise this saint, Markov. I think is the name's the saint. I had to go back and look, but and he says, "Well, there is one thing. I need a wedding dress, a pure white wedding dress. I know that I'm not sure you can find one in town, but I will give you 1 month to bring me a wedding dress of the finest nature in return from what I have given here." And it basically says, I will go to the ends of the earth to bring it to you, no matter what I must do, no matter what I must sacrifice. I will bring you this dress within a month. And he goes, "Good. Then see that it is done." He stands up, straightens his robes, and says, "1 month. I look forward to having that dress." He stands up and walks slowly out of the house. For those of you outside, and he looks over at your character, Ryan, and says, "Another time," and walks out and into the street and starts walking out towards the Abbey. The door closes behind him. The parents basically just Google eyes on the kid and pretend like they have no clue you're even there anymore, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. I guess did the resurrection seem like a true resurrection, or did it seem like necromancy?
No.
Okay. All right. In that case, I was just taking notes the whole time.
Yep.
Nothing really else.
Yep.
I imagine I just leave. I wouldn't want to stay there. That'd be kind of weird.
Okay.
Okay, when he comes out, I say, "Well, what happens? The abbot? What happens?"
Abbot or him?
No, to Ryan.
Okay. Well, the abbot comes out, and whoever's still out there, he kind of looks at you and gives them, "Good evening," and starts walking towards the Abbey.
That's me.
And then Ryan's character, do you come out?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me give Ken and Khazard there a chance to interact. Go ahead.
So the first thing I do when I leave the house, cast detect evil and good.
Oh yeah. A foul stench fills your nose, and so does the detect evil give you a creature type? I can't remember, or is that only the divine sense?
It does celestial and fiend as well.
Yeah, it's aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend,
Celestial,
or
yeah,
feet.
celestial and evil from behind the door.
Where the creature is located, so I know exactly where it's located now. That's where the abbot was.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so it's fine. I can see it. All right, that's all. I wanted to do that, and then I run after Kazar.
Okay, so hold on a second. Yep, okay, you're good.
It only takes.
Yep. Go ahead, Kazard. Yep. So you catch up to Kazard. He shocked himself.
I see it.
I didn't have a choice.
Don't tase me, bro.
Breathing heavily, he just curses and hits the ground.
With the hammer?
Yeah. It's already discharged onto him. It's hard to get away from when you're wearing all metal.
So I catch up to him. And I get up to him and go, brother, that kind of action is extremely unwise. You have no idea what you're confronting.
He stands up, immediately points the hammer at Zuden. Why? Why didn't you fight? Why didn't you do divine sense? Why didn't you sense that evil and demolish it now while we had all of our members there?
A direct action against something you have no idea how strong it is, that's what leads to death.
Waiting for evil to figure out how best to dispose of us equals in death.
To think it did not care about us until you confronted it.
As soon as I detected it, it called me rude.
It knew.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I know it is not of this plane. It is of some heavenly host. It is, in fact, celestial. I could feel that. I saw it.
I sense it too.
And I also know, yes, you're correct. It is, in fact, evil. But not all gods and their servants are good. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Which is why I'm saying you don't attack something like that directly. It has survived here for this long, and nothing has touched it.
Tell me, those powerful things that survive here for that long, unhindered, who do they serve?
We don't know.
They serve Strahd. The rumors backed up with what we just detected. How does it not make sense to you?
We don't know anything about this plane. I've only been here less than, actually, like, how long has it been since we got here?
Oof.
Less than a month?
Yeah, probably just about a month coming up.
Less than a month for certain.
So, like, 30 days. Okay. I don't know how long you've been here, but I've only been here for 30 days, and I have yet to see this entire land and all the hosts that live here. To assume that everything here is underneath Strahd's control it's not wise.
He's not happy by your logic, because it makes sense. He turns.
That's a great line.
He turns away.
As he walks away, I go, I understand you want to...
Well, not walking away, just turns away.
I understand that you want to smite all that is evil. I understand that your God wants you to do that. But there are ways to attack evil that is not straightforward with the hammer. The campaign against evil is not won in one battle. It is a war. We have to be smart about it. So, this abbot...
I did not power my hammer. I didn't have control over that.
Oh, I do not know how your hammer works. But what I can tell you is the wisdom that has been imparted to me by my superiors, and that the strategy involved in defeating evil is not always straightforward. So, brother, we will defeat evil. Not today. Today we study, we find a weakness. Leave it at that.
All right, Nyla, your buddy comes out of the door, assuming that you go out, Ryan.
Here, let me
Yeah.
put this on screen real quick. Here we go. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, and my wisdom's 18, so.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just role playing. I didn't want to do that.
You're good. You're good, man. You're good. That was perfect. All right. Ryan, your character walks out, and Nyla accosts you.
In like an not in a mean way.
No, I know, but it just sounded fun.
All right. What did she say?
I ask, what did you see? What was it, necromancy or was it something else?
Surely not necromancy. I've never seen necromancy like that. That was a true resurrection with no material components. I don't know what he has done, but it is truly remarkable.
It's a miracle.
Truly, it sounds like a miracle.
It might well be.
But our friends seem convinced that he was something more sinister. I feel we will all need to discuss later what we all know.
Yes, I don't know why he would resurrect just one child if he could resurrect many so they could feel the grace of the sun upon their back once more.
Yes, and I also wonder if it has any relation to the special curse that seems to befall the children here. You were not there, but the midwife said the baby was born without a soul tonight.
Strange. I will have to commune with the souls that I am able. Worth a shot.
What?
What?
Are we trying to make a pun or something?
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
I must commune tonight with the souls that I am able.
Okay. Do you speak to the dead?
Of course.
Do you detect evil? No, I'm just kidding. Hey. Sorry.
Watching you. No, that's meta. I don't actually say that.
Say whatever you need to say.
Bruin, you're met, and she reads the letter and says, "Certainly come in," and she starts making you guys some straw beds on the floor.
Thank you very much. There's a total of 6 of us, and
Nice.
I will go round them up here shortly.
Yep, she basically asks you to help. So, okay, who needs to do anything else in character? Get it off your chest now.
I mean, I guess when I would regroup with everyone, I would tell them about the
Okay.
resurrection.
So does
I don't
everybody...
know if you want to do that.
Okay, hold on a second. Does everybody come to the house, or is anybody not staying at the house?
Yeah, I'm going to the house after.
Bruin might pop up at a very odd point in a conversation, be just random.
Okay.
By the way, I've got our accommodation set up. Follow me.
So you guys all go to the house, and now Ryan, you can do what you want to do, or you guys can talk. So let's get that. Go.
You would not believe the wonders I have seen, my friends. That abbot truly did something miraculous tonight. He resurrected that boy. It was a true resurrection, not necromancy, not the likes I've seen. Using no spell components in a language that I don't understand. I have never seen anything like it. He did ask for repayment in the form of a wedding dress. I do not know what a man of the sun needs to do with a woman, but I don't know. I guess when you're that powerful, you could kind of do whatever you want.
I wonder if the dress is for some sort of ritual that the abbot is planning. Or perhaps, as we seem to suspect, it is for possibly Strahd, if that is who his master truly is.
What proof do you have of that? I mean, the man is strange to be sure, but what other than the rumor mongering of these, well, let's be truthful, not very bright peasants, what proof do you have that his intentions are nefarious?
Well, I'm not going to say nefarious, but I will ask some obvious questions. Does anyone know of anyone getting married that we've heard in Valakai or Kresk or the first Barovian city?
I don't remember it either.
I think
Who's
it's just
got the
called the
fog
village
now?
of Barovia.
I think it might be right. But
Yeah.
have we heard of any weddings going on?
No, but we don't.
Two people who
Most
have
of our
been
talk
married.
is pretty negative with the locals.
Well, you'd think with a wedding that would be a grand enough event, especially in Valakai, where they seem to really want to celebrate every positive thing.
But we have seen married people. Just
Hmm?
because they haven't happened in our short time doesn't mean they haven't happened.
Well, I mean, if it's a large event, we would have seen an invitation or a comment.
Look at the Burgermeister. He has a wife.
Perhaps-
But my point is, if someone is procuring a wedding dress, we should be hearing about a wedding. It just would be in the talk of the town. And I doubt the abbot himself is getting married. I can't say that he has a vow of celibacy or not, but it just seems an odd thing for an abbot to get married. So the question is, who's he getting the wedding dress for?
Where are we located right now? We're inside the house, or are we outside?
You guys are inside the place that you're staying.
Where's the
So,
place that is?
and the other thing is, what kind of wedding dress was he asking for? Like a somewhat nice one, a really nice one,
The
stupid
finest one in
expensive
the land.
Okay,
Spared no expense.
a stupid expensive one. Okay, who is going to be able to afford that or need that much vanity?
That I don't know, but the Burgermeister could probably provide it. I guess, Micah, how do I notionally know how much a wedding? I guess I probably wouldn't, because I wouldn't care about weddings. They'd have nothing to do with the sun.
So this is just speculation on my part. But my gut feeling about this is that Strahd is going to wed someone, and that the abbot has been tasked with procuring the gown for the lady.
Well, we haven't seen Irina in a while. Wonder if that's related.
Who's the
Right.
Reno?
I don't know who
That's
this
just
arena person is.
That's just the wild speculations of an old dwarf. Good night, all. And then Bruin rolls over and goes to sleep, like within a couple seconds.
Okay.
As we're getting ready for bed, I whisper, "Speaking of Irina, we need to see if maybe anyone in this town has seen her or Ismark. I mean, we did initially hear they were going north, and we are now north. That is all."
I will talk to before we go to sleep.
Okay.
Tell
You'll talk to who? Sorry. You broke up. I couldn't hear you.
Thunderbutt.
Yes, what?
I explained to you that what I felt when I was discerning who the abbot was is a being, a supernatural being of celestial nature. That he or the power he wields is more than simply divine. He does not channel the energy like we do. It is part of him. So he's not human.
Okay, so you're saying that he is a celestial being then? And that would explain why he could perform a true resurrection without any spell components. This man must be truly powerful. I say man, but I really don't mean it.
Why is a celestial being in Barovia?
Yes, that's also a good point. Seeing as how it's so difficult to even communicate with our gods here. How does he not burst into flame the moment he steps outside?
I don't believe that our inability to communicate with our deities is necessarily something that is it's above our power to be able to do so. But I believe because he be a human or humanoid, that he's celestial or tapped into that power, that it's just more powerful. It doesn't have the same effect on him as it would on us.
That's true.
Just more worried about why he's existed here for as long as he seemingly has. It hasn't done anything about Strahd. I don't think he's allied with Strahd necessarily. I just think that there might be some kind of agreement.
You think he lives here because he has adopted a neutral stance?
Yes. I think this land is cursed. I think he knows it's cursed. I just don't think he knows how to get out of here, or perhaps how to cure this place. Celestials are strange beings, right? They, like avatars or other sub-deities, they have their own moral compass. It doesn't always align with us mere mortals. It simply does not. They think on a different level than we do. So we must discern what his true goal is, what he's trying to accomplish. If it aligns with our goals, we push him in that direction, or at least attempt to push him in that direction. If it doesn't align with our goals, then we need to figure out a way to defeat him.
I agree. That sounds like a good plan. But where can we hope to start?
Serving the monastery.
I would also like to go visit.
Is this loud enough for me to hear?
Absolutely.
The houses are literally 200 square foot, so.
Oh, all right. Oh well, he invited me to come over. I think I must converse with this man.
Oh.
You're saying that he is not human? Well, that would certainly explain it.
Shushing crap out Drazar right now. Speak, or in a whisper, if you're capable.
I'm not sure he's capable, but anyway. He's filled with the holy fire, man. Come on.
Khazar's just been scowling at everybody the entire time.
Scowl. Deal with the devil.
Furrowed brows, that kind of thing, peering over his shield at each person who talks.
has his shield in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
But like he's like
It's like his binky.
Like this.
His shield is
Yeah,
his binky. It's his comfort
it
binky.
really is. Oh man,
I've got my
Brian, what
support
did your
binky.
Sorry?
What did your character say?
Drazad?
Yeah. What did he say before I shushed him?
Oh. He had said, is he, he's not human? That is, that would make sense, basically. Because I didn't know that you guys had talked about that. Any idea of what type of celestial being he might be? Or I guess I'm whispering now. Any idea what celestial being he might be?
Whispering as quietly as Billy Mays can.
Yeah.
Billy Mays here.
Wow.
Well,
I would like
I
a religion check to describe certain celestial beings that I know of.
What's that?
I would like to make it a religion check
Sure.
to at least describe
Yeah.
specific
Mhm.
celestial beings that I might know in movies.
I guess could I make a religion check to see what kind of celestial maybe I could see what kind of celestial being could have done a resurrection like that?
Everyone make rolls, because why not? If you have knowledge religion or dungeoneering or whatever that is these days.
I think I do really well. I rolled a 22.
I did not do well.
Oh my, I did not do well in the
I got
in
a
the
1.
bunghole.
I mean, that should be a
Oh.
7, but I definitely rolled a 1 plus 6.
Oh my, what are celestials? Ow, I do not understand.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, the barbarian's gonna roll it too.
Oh jeez.
He doesn't have it.
He has no idea, but he's like, oh, I got this shit. What are you talking about?
I was
Natural
hoping
21.
Bruin was going to roll something high, and then I could say it in my sleep. That would have been hilarious.
It'd be funny if he like the one book in his life he'd read was like all about celestials.
I was
So-
hoping. I was really hoping.
There's not a whole. So you got a 22. There's not a whole bunch of celestials, but they range from all over the place. They like. I think that the interesting thing that would set this apart as far as celestials are concerned is that there's not all of them can shapeshift, which you know that he can, right?
Obviously, yes.
Obviously, because celestials are also typically in a very specific form, right? Just making sure, yeah, most of them cannot.
Like in some way or fashion, supernatural looking.
Yeah, so you know that most of the ones you've heard that most of them that can do that are they fell from the heavens or they were sent from the heavens, one or the other. But they all are of heavenly origin.
Right.
Which there's a handful of celestials that fall into that category.
Okay, so Zudin is going to immediately believe that either he's sent here for a purpose, which we don't know yet because we're not gods, or celestial being that's fallen from grace and still has his powers. He's celestial, but is serving a purpose. He says that much to the group. One of two things, right? Either he has a purpose that we don't know of that's been directed by a god and he's working with God, or he has fallen from grace. He's simply trapped in this land. He's still celestial, but he has his own purpose. I don't know which one it is. Figure out what that is, and then figure out what his purpose is. Then we can determine if we need to beat him, or at least attempt to, or not. But regardless of the fact, can't be just telling people around here. They won't understand it. They'll probably run us out of town, And the moment we get run out of town, we can't observe. And that's what we need to do right now.
So
Play nice with everybody.
as you're talking, Ryan, you get a knock knock. Hello.
Oh, and I thought you meant on the door.
In your head. Friendly Abbott calling. Hello. Ding ding. It says to you, or he says to you, it says, you and your friends must do everything they can to see that I get that dress. We have a common goal. We want to see this curse removed from the land. It is what I live for. It is what my mission is. It is my purpose. Tell your friends not to cross me ever again. I do not wish anyone harm, but I will defend myself. Good night, friend.
All right. I'm going to. Do you want me to relay that message in character, or can I just say I did it?
You can. You have to choose if your character relays any of that, because nobody else heard it. So.
No, he would absolutely.
Okay. All right. So there you go. I like the telephone.
Yes,
game.
Ryan stands up, holds up his hands like this, and says, "Incoming message from the giant head."
Yeah.
Okay, so you say that this Abbott. Paraphrase. Just paraphrase what he said to us.
The abbot just talked to me telekinetically. He said that we need to ensure that we get the dress that he requested. He says our goals are aligned and he wishes to remove the curse from this land. And he also gave you guys a warning to not cross him again. He does not wish harm, according to him. I guess my
telekinetically. That's amazing. Is that Morse code?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant telepathically.
Oh, okay.
It's
Ruined
late.
sleep. I was just
So he's speaking to you in your mind.
Yes.
And know if he can read your mind?
All he will find is devotion to the sun.
But can he learn what you know? Could he hear us talking?
Oh. I guess, could I do an Arcana check to know maybe what kind of spell he used to communicate with me?
Sure. I mean, there's not a lot.
Warlock telepathy within 60 feet.
It was definitely telepathy.
I rolled another one.
You don't know shit.
I assume that he communicates to me in the same way my god does, through divine will.
A brain tumor.
Not a tumor.
Not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Okay. Well, until we know. Let's just assume he just heard all of that and, well, we're screwed.
I mean, I don't think we necessarily said anything about going after him.
Well, we wanted to know his goals, and he just told us his goal. So let's assume he just heard all of that.
He said his goal is the same as ours. That's not necessarily actually sharing his goals with us.
And I make a symbol, basically implying, yeah, sure, his goals are the same as ours.
I really wish we could communicate with him directly. It's only one-sided right now.
In the morning, we could probably go up to the Abbey anyway. I want to converse with this man. If his goals are truly aligned, maybe he won't mind revealing his true form.
God bless, there's little we can do tonight. I say we go to sleep.
Agreed, my friend. If we want to, if you want me to seek different accommodation, because he might be listening, I am still not. I'm not convinced his intentions are benign, but he is clearly a powerful being that possesses magics that I have never seen.
Magics that I've never seen, but magics I have certainly heard of.
Sound like the
There are
peasants
many-
that give it a Strahd.
Who are you speaking to when you say that?
Strahd.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let's
everybody.
talk more about this in the morning.
Yep. So everybody's gonna go night night, and we're gonna end our session this evening. So as a recap, wanted to thank all of our listeners and watchers for paying attention. Wave hi, everybody! Yay! It was a lot of fun. It was good. We got some good interactions. Thank you for having. Well, no, thank you for having us. We look forward to the next game. Enjoy it. Go tell all your friends. Spread the word. We have a good time here with Game Night. Curse of Strahd, and we'll be back. So, and then who's next? Who hasn't been interviewed yet? We did Will tonight.
Is it Nyla?
Nyla, you're up next for Before the Curse. So, guys, be looking for a post. Make sure you follow that Facebook group that's in there, or be watching on Twitch. Follow on Twitch, one or the other. Go tell all your friends. Nyla will be our next interview on Before the Curse. You can get an Ask Me Anything with your favorite Slenderbutt. It's a lot of fun. So we'll talk to Slenderbutt next time.
I need to get a camera of my own.
That's right. We're going to have a camera of your own before the next one. And we'll see. So next game is planned for 2 weeks from today, though there is a possibility that we could play next week if the stars align. If so, we'll try to post that early enough so that you guys know that it's coming and can play along with us. Once again, thanks, guys. Any parting words, players?
Yes. Shame.
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 Shame. All right. Well, bunch of new characters today. 3 new characters. We'll see. They've made it through one session, which is better than some of the other people's records, so that's good. Cough, cough. And we'll go from there. But thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you on the next. It's Game Night. Curse of Strahd.
Bye.
Bye. I gotta find